Yo,
Hey, I know what time it is, man. I know what time it is. It's Thursday. You know on Thursday what we do, we bring y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right now, you know the homie living mansion style. You know what I mean? Up in the cut. You know what I mean?
I cut my hair, so I had to get real fancy on motherfucker. New hair, who this? Because I'm in my new shit.
Oh man.
Yo, that's where I'm at right now.
We gotta take a pause for the cause real quick. I see the people on the check-in. Lady Phoenix first to be up in the building. What's going on, Lady Phoenix? What's good? What's good? Salute, salute, salute.
What's happening?
So today, y'all, we're gonna get into it, y'all. All right? We got a question for y'all. Okay, we always got questions for y'all, and we try to provide some sort of perspective, not solutions, but perspective. All right, solutions you got to kind of find it on your own. All right, or somebody who is professionally inclined to give you a solution, because that ain't us. All right, we giving you perspective. Okay, we ain't doctors, we not philanthropists or any of them type of things. Now, maybe one day I may get certified, but today is not that day. You know what I mean? Lady Phoenix giving a shout out to Savagely Humble. Yeah. It's just shout out to your cut.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We like the cut. Yeah, she look edgy with the cut though. I like it. You know what I mean? She look real edgy. I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, our question for y'all today, and we're gonna really get into it. We're gonna talk about we're gonna be transparent as we always are, because that's what we do here. You know what I mean? It's a Savagely Intellectual Soapbox episode 6, right? Y'all know how we do here, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe if you already haven't. You know what I mean? But our question today for y'all is, why do people run from their problems? Okay? Because this is something that we all do. Now, if some of y'all say you don't, then I know you're lying. Okay? You're a liar and the truth ain't in you. Because we all run from our problems. That's and I get that quote from the great Gene Deal. Shout out to the great Gene Deal. Salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you lying. You say you ain't running from your problems, you are lying. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to Raw B. Raw B, what's good? What's good, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what it is? Come through if you can. Also, salute to the homie Rush. What's good, Rush? What up? And make sure y'all like and subscribe to Raw B Privilege, all right? You know what I mean? And also make sure you like and subscribe to the Labuto Network by my man Rush. You feel me? But yeah, why do people run from their problems, man? Why are we running from our problems? Why are we medicating? Why are we deflecting? Why are we making excuses? You know what I'm saying? Like last night, you know what I mean? I was doing my usual nighttime workout. You know what I mean? Getting it in. You know what I mean? And, I was like, maybe I shouldn't do the second workout, right? Maybe, I should just go and lay down. You know what I mean? And relax. You know what I mean? The weekend coming, I got to clean my house today. Maybe I should relax, right? Lady Phoenix said the pain is unbearable sometimes. Yeah. Speaking of that workout, it brings some pain, right? So I'm like, man, I don't want to do my 2-a-days. I want to do a 1-a-day. I'm going to chill, right? Then I thought to myself, yeah, I could chill, but what's the penalty of chilling? And I started thinking about the penalty. I started thinking about, health and other things. And I was like, nah, let me get this workout in, bro. Let me stop playing. You know what I mean? So is it the fact that death got to be at the door damn near for us to really stop running from the problems? Y'all see the Flash, in the back? You know what I mean? The Flash be moving. He be moving through the city. Are we moving like the Flash when it comes to our problems? Savagely Humble, man. You know what I mean? Rock out. You know what it is. Salute to M3. M3, I see you in the building, dog. You know what I'm saying? What up?
What up, M3Z? You could come up here, just don't bring them glasses or that yellow hat.
Wow.
Love you lots. I'm gonna go with my girl here in the chat. Sometimes people run from pain because it could be, problems because the pain could be unbearable. Sometimes there are certain things you have to run from, especially in the beginning, because you're not able to handle it. But at some point you have to grow up grow within yourself to be able to deal with and handle those situations. So I definitely agree with her on that standpoint. But some people are just cowards and they don't want to deal with shit, so that's why they run from it. Some people think sweeping shit under the rug is okay and it's never going to come back to light. All that was done in the dark, it come full circle to not even to a little light. It come to the peak of lights. You know what I mean? So those type of people, and in our community, a lot of us grew up like that. Whatever happens in my house stays in my house bullshit. Those are major problems. But they know that creates problems within the child for when they grow up. So now they don't handle problems either, because that's the way they was raised. It's that generational curse. All right, M3. All right. But yeah, I mean, it's all according to how you are. Personally, I feel like I was really like close to the microphone and that was driving me crazy just now. But the cowardism. When you're a coward, you run from shit. As soon as shit get tough, you take off. Instead of facing the problems and the issues head first, you take off because you're a sucker. Yeah, I said it. You a sucker. I said it. I said it. You are a straight up sucker, because you're a sucker and you're childish, because grown people should be able to address issues and problems head on, especially when they first come about. Unless, again, if this is something like super painful and you just can't handle it yet. I think that's the only exception. Other than that, I don't understand what we're doing here. What you think, Bess?
I feel you, but it's like, I think, okay, oh man, because everybody got strengths and weaknesses, right? So, like, okay, sometimes it is some sucker shit, right? Sometimes it is that, right? I'm gonna just be real. Sometimes it is that. Some sucker stuff. Let me not curse. Sometimes it's some sucker stuff, right? Now, I do believe that even it being some sucker stuff, like sometimes it be like a wave of stuff. Remember I was telling you about that wave of stuff that I was dealing with, and it was just wave after wave after wave after wave after wave, and it's like, yo, like I gotta go to work this week still. Like, can this stop happening? Like, stop. Like, you know what I mean?
But people that cause and create friction and problems within whatever situation they're in, I don't even know have a word for them, because it's beyond a coward. It's beyond a narcissist. Goddamn, can't even get the word out. It's beyond that. It's just straight like you're the devil. Like, why are you create this friction, this chaos, these problems within a situation, and then you run after you create these problems, right? Don't do that. What's the old saying is? Don't throw the stone and hide your hand, or whatever the fuck. That shit. Like, come on. Step up, nigga. Say I did it. It was me. No, we can't do that.
Don't throw your rocks in and try to hide your hand. I feel you. I know what I'm saying.
No.
She said you gotta give props to someone who heard but still tell the truth. My so-called sister, my dad, baby F, and had a kid, ain't said ish. That's a lie.
Wait.
It's exactly as it reads.
Wait. Yo, wait. So, is this your blood sister? Or it was somebody you called your sis? Like, I need a little more clarification on the so-called sis. But she fucked your baby daddy, though? That's wild. She's still okay? He's still okay? I'm sorry. This ain't my platform. Because with shit like this, I promote violence. My bad. Let me retract.
No, go ahead. Be you, yo. We here.
Let me come back, because these will be some dead individuals. Like, I don't even fight over no nigga, but that's just like the ultimate disrespect on both ends. Like, niggas don't care. I know that for a fact. They don't care if that's your sister, your cousin, your auntie, whatever. She said my cousin, bro. Wait, what? Girl, what? This some Jerry Springer shit. RP. What is happening? Whew. Honey. Yeah, that'd be hurt. I'm just gonna stick to what I said. They'll be hurt. Nobody will be able to talk to me ever again. You look at me the wrong way, and yeah, that's how that's gonna go down. Not disrespecting the daddy wishes though. That's where we, Okay, yes, sis. I hope you remove yourself from that situation. I hope you have no contact with neither one of them. I don't give a damn. Oh, her brother. Okay. I'm like, wait, what? Still, just remove yourself from that situation, please. God, fuck, damn. Kid daddy or not, I don't care.
I mean, Lady Phoenix, thank you for being very transparent about that issue. That's definitely not running from a problem.
That's one of those problems that you do have to take back from before you address it, because that is kind of like, that shake you up a little bit. Like, now you got to reevaluate yourself before you can even approach that situation. You know what I'm saying? You can't approach that one head on because you're not in the right mind. Feelings is all discombobulated. You ain't in your sound mind and shit like that. That's something you definitely have to run from and then come back and address it if necessary. So yeah,
I hear you, but I think with certain issues we never really maybe we can never really be in our right mind at times. But I get what you're saying. We gotta somehow be able to reflect and deal with it in a proper manner. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that when it comes to our problems, I think that we at times, within our community, we're not always equipped to deal with certain things. We're not equipped to just deal with all this abuse and all this trauma and all these things. And then we're told, oh, just be strong. It's like, no, nah, man, like, ain't nobody weak. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these things just keep happening over and over again. You know what I mean? Lady Phoenix still in the check-in. You know what I'm saying? We see you.
Yeah, keep your money and your demons. We don't want this shit. Too late now. Shit. My baby grown. Hold on, bro. Somebody knocking on my door. Hold it down.
I got it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a big thing. Like, we cannot run from the issues that are there. You know what I'm saying? And we feel that we're trying to run, or we feel like we're going to be tempted to run. We have to stick around. Like, we got to find a way to have resolution or have, things worked out. You know what I mean? So if we don't do that, you know what I mean, then what's going to happen is that the problem ain't going to go away. It's not going to go away. So, you know what I mean? I think we do run from our problems, and we try to medicate them. We try to rationale them, or we try to tell ourselves that this behavior is okay, right? Oh man, you know what happened? It wasn't that bad. This person, they're not that abusive. You know what I mean? Oh, this person ain't that mean. Oh, they're not that racist. They didn't mean what they said. No, attack it for what it is. When something happens, attack it at the root angle of what it is. You know what I mean? Because if we don't do that, then guess what? Behaviors and patterns consistently will happen. You know what I'm saying? So you see a problem, you see something going on, you see an issue that you have or that someone else has or a family member have, do not run from this problem. You know what I mean? And don't try to run to another situation or relationship to try to escape another one. That ain't gonna work. Because you probably find yourself in a worse situation than you was in before. You know what I'm saying? But people don't think about that.
Jumping from relationship to relationship after a problem is in the first relationship.
Fact.
Yeah, that's stupid. Honestly, I feel like, and I'm guilty of this. You know what I mean? Getting out of one relationship and jumping right into another one absolutely too fast. Especially like with me, it was after a separation, right? No, and damn well I had no business doing that because I still had a lot of shit going on with that particular situation. And then I still had to get myself together. And you know what I'm saying? So of course that shit didn't turn out right or the way it should have, but that was on me partially because I'm not about to, and not that it's saying I would never take the whole fall for it, but this was not solely just me, but I know my part in what it was. You know what I mean? So I think when you come out of a breakup, you should definitely take some time to reflect on yourself, do a little self-healing, try to figure you out outside of that relationship, especially depending on how long you've been in that relationship. You got to relearn yourself because the self that you know is the self that you were while you was with that specific person. So you got to relearn yourself before you jump into another situation because all you're going to do is bring those issues from the situation you just left into the new situation. And 9 times out of 10, that motherfucking person is not about to deal with the bullshit that you bringing from this other situation, especially if that's not the type of person they are, the type of time they on, the type of life they live. You can't bring that to everybody. So you definitely should take time to yourself. As us being older, we definitely should be doing that. That hopping from this to this is some young shit. If you over your 30s, don't be doing that. That shit just look crazy and whack. Like you just look needy and like you just need somebody to be up under.
But can one person provide like they can? Okay, can you moving on to a better situation, right? Let's say the situation is actually a better one, right? And that person is providing the things that you've been looking for, right? Or the things that you actually need. What about in that situation? Or do you still need time to heal and reflect?
Wait. I'm sorry. I was reading. Say that one more time. I couldn't multitask on that one. Shit.
No, that's fine. And Lady Phoenix, we'll definitely get to your comments in a minute. I was saying, okay, what if that person provides all the things that you need and want, right? They're providing the how can I say, the companionship, the chemistry, the comfort, all the things that you are looking for, need and want out of a relationship, right?
Okay.
Is it then still wrong to not now hop into that new relationship because you see that person is providing those things? Or do you still need time to heal because, maybe you don't want to damage that person or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, I still definitely think you need to take some time to yourself regardless. Because you still have, even if they did XYZ, you still have, there's some sort of thing that you're still clinging on from that person. It had to be some reason why you guys are broken up also. So what are those things that you're going to bring from that situation to the next one? I definitely think you got to give yourself a little time before you just dive headfirst into another relationship, for sure.
Definitely. So Lady Phoenix
hold on, we're gonna get to it. But the thing is too though is people nowadays don't know how to be friends with a person first. Be friends with a person before you like, this my boyfriend, this my girlfriend. Like, learn them as a person. You know what I'm saying? Get to know them as a person versus, oh, we about to be hunching all the time. Like, learn the person. Get to know them. You don't have to. Now, I'm the queen of first night or not, but you don't always have to, you know what I'm saying, do nothing on the first night. Get to learn a person. You get to learn a person before that too, but I'm just saying, like, get to learn people. Nobody wants to be friends anymore. They just want to be boyfriend and girlfriend in 2 weeks. Shit is crazy.
But my thing is that, you know what I'm saying? A salute to the homie Daryl Long. Daryl Long, what up, baby? You know what I'm saying? My thing is that, right, I always say don't ever, and maybe this could be, this definitely going to be a discussion, right? You know what I mean? Should you get down on the first date? I always say, don't do an actual date unless you're ready to get down. Now, if you just want to do a hangout and a little quick, little coffee, tea, little thing, little chill arrangement, that's cool, right? All right, hey, let's go to this coffee shop. You know what I mean? We're gonna play this little game. We're gonna do like this little questionnaire, icebreaker, and kind of get to know each other. Cool. But if you going on full date, right? You done got dressed up. You know what I mean? Savagely humble to tighten the fade up. You know what I'm saying? He done tighten his fade up. You know what I mean? And he done put on his cologne. You done put on perfume. And y'all done did all that. I'm not just doing all that just to go back home. I'm sorry. I'm not. If I'm doing all that, I'm making plans and I'm booking reservations and all that. Nah, we at the point where we got to go down. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
So, for those situations, go on lunch dates. Lunch dates is a little more easier to wiggle room out of a man thinking buns is involved. Lunch dates is a little bit easier. Now don't get me wrong, lunch dates definitely lead to some cheeks getting clapped, but do a lunch date. You got a better chance, sis. A better chance of just doing a lunch date, and you could skedaddle up out of there, especially if you got kids. It's during the day. Like, yeah, I got to go pick up the kids. Now, you schedule it around the time where you got enough time to eat and conversate, and you got enough time to go pick up your kids afterwards. That's how I'm sorry. I just told the secret to the guys, but I just gave y'all I just dropped a little wisdom for the ladies, though. Schedule a lunch date. Easy way to get out of a nigga thinking he getting some cheeks.
That's a fact. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to these comments, and I definitely want to keep building on what we're talking about, and we definitely get to the problems thing as well. She said, "Now my neighbor be lying her rump off. He won't help. He won't take her out and flirt with others." I'm like, leave. She said, nah, because he good people. Yeah, I mean, hey, he may be providing things that she wants to stick around for. And then she also says, I don't double dip. I go through a little bit even, but if we done, we done. New man ain't finna the middleman. Okay. All right. She said, exactly 100. Pamper yourself by healing, and please don't tell a newbie about X. Damn, I hate that. I hear you on that one. I hear you. But see, if you having like real conversations, that might happen. Somebody may mention a past relationship. I don't think that's a red flag. I just think that, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to, y'all in the mix, y'all talking, you know what I mean? And they may ask about something that you've been through. You're going to ask what they've been through. It's cool, but don't start comparing that person to the ex or whatever, or just start bringing the ex up. Yeah, then that can kind of awkward. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely feel you on the whole daytime date thing. Actually, Stan the Man, Salute Stan the Man, he references that as one of his go-tos during lunch dates. You know what I mean? So nothing crazy happens. I feel you on that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and that's another thing. You can't run from, and also I think in relationships, because we have the whole ghosting and gaslighting thing nowadays, it's so easy to run from a situation now. So easy to run from a relationship. Because I could ghost you anytime. I can gaslight you anytime. I could make you feel a certain way and then do whatever I want right after that.
That's called love bombing. Love bombing. So I'm gonna give you something. So I was, I told you the story about this dude. I was talking to this dude or whatever right after the whole situation with my kid's father happened. So we connected, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like vibe super well, like instantly. So we was vibing on whatever. He took it upon himself because I'm not a do stuff for me type of female. Like I do shit for myself. I'm not a like my hand out type of girl or whatever. But he, I had some shit going on and he just insisted on paying for stuff. So who am I to deny God's child for paying for shit if he's gonna pay for it, right? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Paper. Hey, I always say, nah, you don't have to. And he's like, nah, I want to, blah, blah. Cool. Everything fine and dandy. Some more little shit popped off or whatever. And I noticed he we lived a little bit away from each other. So I had went and stayed out there or whatever. Cause I was off of work and shit. My kids wasn't here. So I went out and stayed. It's like, as soon as I came back home, it started getting weird. Like shit started getting short and shit. And then like nothing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm not one of them like, yo, why you not talking to me? I just leave it alone. But I found it weird, so I hit him up, and he gave me some bullshit. And then I'm like, and I've told him, I said, yo, I'm not even mad at you if you don't want to fuck with me because there's a lot of shit going on. You're like, nah, what kind of man would I be? You know what I'm saying? If I just left in the middle of this, da 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 da. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm giving you the out though, right? So listen.
Okay, you gave him the out, and he still copped the plea.
So I'm giving you the chance to get up out of here before it get any further. But you said, nah, it's cool. I'm not that type of guy. What kind of man would I be if I leave when shit is heavy? So I'm like, I respect that. Cool. But then you start like nothing. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I hit him up like, what's up? You blah, blah. The nigga hit me with the, yeah, I'm just going through a lot of stuff right now. This going on. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't really want to bring my problems to you. All that. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy because when I was going through my shit, and I said the same thing, like, I'm not even trying to put you in this shit. You like, nah, it's cool. But you, when it's so-called your turn, because I ain't believe none of that shit, you can't talk to me about the shit that's going on. Nah, I can't financially help you with nothing at this moment because I'm going through some shit. But I damn sure could talk life into you and speak some words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way as well. So I felt some type of way about that. And I'm like, nigga, and I straight up told him, I said, yo, if you ain't want to fuck with me no more, you could have just said that. Like, I'm a big girl. I wasn't going to cry. I wasn't going to be mad. I was just going to say, I bet. Cool. It is what it is. We had a good time. But you couldn't be 100 with me. So I definitely didn't respect that shit after that. So that right there, that's the bullshit that we can't do. And that goes for both ways. It is not me just saying, oh, men do this. Women do the same exact thing. Shit, I've been that bitch. And I could honestly say that. I've been her. Not anymore, though.
Y'all put some good seasoning in the pot. Yeah, we definitely are. You know what I mean? Definitely. Everybody subscribe to Daryl Long's new channel, Everything Every Day by Daryl Long. Definitely show him some love.
Okay.
But yeah, I think okay. All right, so even with you, all right. Even in that situation, you kind of knew like the foundation of it was just kind of like, it wasn't like completely solid. Like y'all were just kind of, y'all was getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was chilling, but it wasn't like, all right, we really planning to be together. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, listen. So you know when you meet somebody, right? You could catch those vibes like, damn, this person, you know what I'm saying? This could kind of be our right situation if it worked out or whatever. It was definitely one of those, like, if this was to go any further, this would be a dope situation. Because number one, like, my guy was, and I'm not talking bad about him or nothing, but my guy was dead ass like one of those guys, the way he was brought up and everything, like he would be a great provider to somebody, 100%. Because he was about his shit, he was about his business, he went to work, he did what he had to do. Like, don't get me wrong, he would have definitely been like, it would have been a dope situation, but it just happened at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? We just met at the wrong time. If it was now, it'd probably be different. You know what I mean? But at that particular time, I was super vulnerable too. So it was what it was.
Okay, so you knew the vulnerability was there, right? And you knew that he was dope. You felt like things could work out, but it didn't turn the way you thought it would turn. I understand that. Yeah. I think also when it comes to that, right? I think another big one when it comes to running from problems is when family runs from problems. I think that's a real big one. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times family we just allow behaviors to continue forever and ever and ever. We allow this person to be a certain way forever and ever and ever. They don't ever change. They don't try to get no help. They don't try to be better. And we just allow them to continue to foster and basically be a cancer in the family. You know what I mean? For like forever. But we got M3 up here. M3, man. You know what I mean? Anything you want to share about the topic, bro, you want to build, we here.
Before I speak, do you guys hear a lot of echo?
You straight.
Okay, for sure. All right, first and foremost, right? Oh, and just as a warning, it's going to get vulgar. So I'm just going to, put that
I
warning
love
out there.
vulgar. Keep going.
All right, niggas are bitch made. All right, there, you said it. All right.
Damn, you started off with my type of language. Go ahead, M3.
You know what I mean? Like, and here's the thing, right? I could dismiss, right, women being passive or whatever because it's just by their nature, you know? But when a man has that type of quality, right, that you just a straight bitch, I just can't fuck with you, bro. That's just point blank. Now, and look, I'm not making this as a man and women type of thing or whatever, right? But it's just the idea that, like, okay, I never in my life, right, been around with a whole bunch of passive ass niggas until I start joining on YouTube. And then I just start being one passive ass nigga to another passive ass nigga. Excuse my French or whatever, right? But I told you it was gonna get vulgar. The point is, right? Like, okay, I'm old school. I'm like my dad. All right. If I got a problem with you, or there's something that you need to see me about something, man, we're gonna talk about it in the backstage. One on one. I'll come to you in person if I could, and actually have a conversation. I'm not afraid to look. Even though I don't like confrontation, but if it needs to be done, and if it's necessary, then I'm gonna walk up to you. Okay? So, can you guys still hear me?
Okay, Thug, go ahead.
Okay. Just make sure because my phone keep cutting in and out. But I've been in situations where, like, people got out of line. Where it been, like in church, where it been in YouTube or whatever, and I don't care how big or small you are or whatever, right? How old, young, or handicapped. Like, if I have a problem with you, we're gonna like sell this shit, But the problem is that, like, people, like, they run their mouth when they have a crew of people, or now these days when they're behind like a fucking computer screen. And then when you give them the opportunity to have a conversation, then they want to passively put that shit on you and make it seem like you're the problem. So I'm just kind of putting that out there, like, forefront. People talk all this shit, and a lot of times I don't even really like say shit back to them though, because I know how sensitive y'all be in your feelings so many times. So I try to give you guys like grace by like not even saying shit at all, But the moment I say something that's even at the lightest bit, niggas start crying, I wish I could play the violin music right now, because that's how they be. So you're damn if you're confrontational and you're straightforward, and then you're damn if you don't say anything. I don't blame you if you try to let it go at first, but at least you did like put it out there that, hey man, like, I'm not feeling like what's going on. Speak up. You're a man, right? But unfortunately, man, like the chromosomes or whatever, the DNA, man, and some of these men, right, they just gotten kind of weak, man. And maybe it might be feminism, the propaganda, whatever the case is. I don't know. Maybe they drink too much soy. Sometimes, man, there's a lot of soy in our foods, man, and people become soy boys. You know what I mean? So because of that, man, like, I think like a lot of people feel like they're entitled for you to give a fuck about their sensitivity. But me, I don't give a shit. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. I'll be in the I don't know what's wrong with my phone, but I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out. But I'm gonna be watching y'all. Peace.
We can hear you clearly though, just so you can know.
No. It's like my phone the screen keep cutting out, and if the screen cuts out for too long, then StreamYard will boot me out. I think. But I just want to listen to you guys or whatever. I just want to say my little soliloquy, man, and bounce on out of here though. But I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, no problem, man.
I'll let us, man.
All right, Mr. Best. Salute to you guys. Salute, everybody.
All right.
Salute.
So, Bess, what's a problem that you have ran from?
I would say a problem that I ran from was, I would say when I was a child, it was getting bullied. I always ran from that problem. I never wanted to face it. You know what I mean? And I never wanted to really deal with it as a child. I think, but once I got older and I got some size on me, I ain't have to worry about that no more. I ain't have to worry about that shit no more. That wasn't happening no more. So, but yeah, when I was a child, I was a very small child. It was really funny. Like I had this crazy growth spurt, like in high school. Like it was just crazy, and I went from like being like 5'1" to like 5'11", like overnight. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, or maybe 4'11", maybe I was shorter than that. But I was a very small child, very small child. Even as a teenager, I was pretty small. But by like 16, like from like 16 to like 18, yeah, that growth spurt kicked in.
My boy was out here turning into the Hulk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's something as an adult, nigga? I don't care about your childhood problems.
Hey. As an adult, I would say, you know what I mean? I would say it would be, definitely conversation with like certain family members is something that I've avoided. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like it was pointless. Excuse me. I feel like it was pointless, and I feel like it was no reason for me to really deal with it or talk about it because I feel like it wasn't gonna go nowhere. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I've been there for sure. That's definitely sometimes, but that's the whole not wanting to deal with confrontation stuff because you already know certain family members that you approach with certain problems is going to turn very confrontational, and then there goes another problem on top of the problem that's already there. Because once you get confrontational with me, it's time to throw hands. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like I want to put my hands on you. Because number one, who the fuck are you talking to? Number two, who the fuck are you talking to?
Wow.
And number three, who the fuck are you talking to? Like that's not how we going. Hey, Miss Nebraska.
Do you instantly feel like you have to fight off top and salute to Cornhusker, Miss Nebraska? We know this is yours, and her birthday month. You know what I mean?
Word.
She's saying hey to the B-Day twin. What's going on? So do you feel like you automatically have to get violent, like automatically? Or
no.
Is that a defense mechanism?
No, definitely don't have to get violent automatically. It just depends on how the conversation escalates. So if you start getting loud and yelling and shit, or you get in my personal space, now I gotta put my hands on you. But if we can have a heated discussion, I'm okay with that. I'm good. Because you're allowed to get upset, I'm allowed to get upset. But as long as we can still respect each other with our upsetness, we A-okay. But once you get out of line, now it's time for me to put my hands on you. Because again, what I said, number one, who the fuck are you talking to? Number two, who the fuck are you talking to? And number three, who the fuck are you talking to?
Damn, 3 of them. God dang. Salute to Big Rick / Big Rick, Big Brother. What's good?
What's happening, Big Rick?
So, okay, so it's not happening off top. It's happening like, once you feel like you've tried all things that you can and it ain't working. So to Stan Joseph, he says, good morning. I know right now it's his morning. What's going on? Put them palms on you.
Definitely put them palms on.
Hey, Mr. Nebraska, yo, she be nice, but she got a snap factor, all right? I'm not gonna talk about the situation, but she got a snap factor. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hold on. Miss Nebraska is a tourist, nigga. Don't let that shit ever fool you. We be chilling in the cut all the time. As soon as you get out of line, out of pocket, and out of hand, we gonna straighten it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no chip chapping or nothing. We gonna fix it. And then you gonna understand who the fuck you talking to.
No, you got the other tourist side. Mr. Nebraska is more relaxed. You always is ready for some action. Like you always ready to go crazy on her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she didn't cut her hair just to cut her hair. She cut her hair because she ready to rumble. You know what I mean? She ready to get them out here and get it going. You know what I'm saying?
That is absolutely incorrect.
It is. You know what I mean? She don't want you grabbing on the hair or nothing like that. She going straight for your dome piece You know what I mean? And she's gonna throw the left and the right.
Now I gotta put my hair on the screen. Now let me just sit here like this.
Oh my gosh.
Let me sit here with the hair right here though.
Supposed to be calling 911 too much. I'm gonna let you win and walk away.
Yo, on some real shit though. Any trouble that honestly I've ever been in is from a bitch calling 911.
Come on up.
Anything I've ever caught a charge for has been a bitch calling the police. Like, don't yap your yaps if you can't back that shit up. Don't yap your yaps if you know the first thing you're gonna do is call your homeboys in them. Like, don't do that. Stand 10 toes down in what you said, my girl and my boy. I got called up. Had a nigga call the police on me before. Shit. Don't
be out here trying to fight men now. Come on now. Don't be doing that. I'm not letting you up here. No.
Hold on. Hold on, Mr. Nebraska. If you have a conversation with my ex-husband, he tell you how you look like a raccoon. Don't fucking play with me.
And you sneaky with it too, because you small. So like you just dip around that corner, and all of a sudden, boom! You're like, oh shit, yo, you punched me in my. Yo, what are you doing?
No, we face to face, nigga.
How tall are you, twin?
5'3". I stand 10 toes down with a 6 foot nigga.
Wow, yeah.
What do you talk about? I stand 10 toes down with a 6 foot nigga. I'm in your face like this.
Okay, so Mr. Best, that explains why she's always at go, because she's a shorty doo-wop. Shorty doo-wops, they're more like that because they're short, and tall people be trying them all the time, so they have to be ready to go. So
first of all, I don't have Napoleon syndrome. Oh my gosh! Because first of all, I'm tall as fuck, so can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm a big one. All right, I'm a peer.
She got tall people energy, but
yes,
40 doo-wop.
That's a fact.
Okay,
I hang with the biggest.
So what Mr. Best is talking about, I think Mr. Best is what you see is half Taurus energy and then half shorty doo-wop. That's what that is.
Yo, I'm gonna spit my drink out twice. I'm not playing with you.
But everything that she says, I'm in the chat like, yes, that's me too, because that's how us Tauruses get down. Like we real cool. We real laid back, but once you disrespect us in a way that we you will see the bull.
For sure.
And we gearing towards that red eye bull, so it's what it is.
For sure. Soon as you see me turn red, it's over with.
Yeah, well, I try not to get to that point because I black out and I don't know what I do or what I say.
My bull on my arm got red eyes. You
I like that.
Miss Nebraska, I know what you said, Miss Nebraska. I know exactly what you said.
Shut up, Mr. Best.
There it is. Shut up. To address the one comment, no feminine vibes for what? When I'm angry. Feminine for who? For what? Anger don't have femininity. Anger is monster. I don't know no feminine monster.
You sure ain't no feminine anger?
Not for me. I don't know about nobody else. Nah, it's straight muscle. Listen, y'all ain't gonna keep talking about us shorties, alright? And we not, first of all, let me correct y'all. We not short, we're fun size. Understand?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Correction.
We are fun size.
Yes. Fun size, aka shorty doo-wop.
Ask them tall men why they like us. Never mind.
Nigga put you in a book bag real quick and take you on a trip.
I'm right in a duffel bag. What you talking about?
Oh my god. Can you imagine, like, you carrying a duffel bag like mad far and you unzipping and like Savage Humble just pops out of nowhere?
Hey baby, you thought you was leaving me?
Oh my god.
Yo, that's some real. That's never me. That's some real stalker. Wow. Oh, Jesus, go. I want you to take a trip. Nigga, leave me home.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question since we got some ladies up here, right? Since I got both of y'all up here. Do you feel like men run from their problems?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. I think both men and women run from their problems.
100%. I could tell you for a fact. Me being married for 8 years, this man has ran from umpteen problems. Instead of addressing them and trying to figure them out, he leaves, which is understandable. Sometimes when you're mad, you need to leave. But he'll leave, he'll do this, he come back and act like nothing happened. And now I'm saying here like, well, shit, didn't this just happen 2 hours ago? This nigga done came back fine and dandy. Now I'm like, this nigga done went and got some pussy. This first thing came to my mind. Hey, he too calm for me. Plus, it just had a heated situation.
If you don't mind me asking, why did y'all get a divorce?
It's not final yet.
Oh, okay.
But it's in the works. It just wasn't right, and then it was the whole domestic violence situation as well. So
okay.
But we personally just wasn't. It wasn't it. It should have never have happened, and we definitely forced it for those 8 years. 100%.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But maybe the man needs to walk away at that moment, right? And maybe whatever. Okay, maybe he got him a little smoke on, right? So the big rig. Maybe he got him a little drinky drink, or maybe he did get him a little, you know what I mean, little kitty. You know what I mean?
Yo,
not
a little
and
kitty.
he come right back.
Wait,
he coming right back home though.
Hold the fuck up, nigga. So you're telling me it's like I said, it's cool. If it's a heated situation, the best thing for you to do is to walk away instead of it going any further, right? I'm okay with that. But for you to come back real like, yeah, ain't nothing happened. You talking to me, hey baby, how you doing? I'm like, yo, what the fuck we got going? Am I in the same world? That's not okay. Are you talking about a little something? Nigga, you better go back to that little something house.
Okay, so you want me to come back with the same energy and be argumentative?
No, but I want us to have a conversation. Being that everybody cooled down, now we should be able to have a calm and civilized conversation.
We tried that. That didn't work.
That's not what we tried. We was in a heated discussion from the beginning.
No, in a man's
So have
mind.
you guys tried marital counseling?
No, he didn't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one of them niggas. Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do nobody kiss me.
In most men's minds, once we try to talk to you once and it's already an argument, we're not coming back to that conversation. Like we gonna go and relax and chill. It's not right to do that, but most of us do that.
Okay, so this is why we're having this discussion right now. That's sweeping the situation under the rug. I'm not saying, and no, Big Rig, I'm not harboring it, but it's still something that needs to be discussed so we could get the situation handled. Us having a situational argument and never coming to a conclusion on this argument is why so many, now that's when shit get harbored and pent up, and then when the next one happened, all hell break loose and it's a big explosion. I think you definitely need to because of me, I need some time to fucking regroup myself because I know me, I get fiery in certain situations real quick. So I definitely need to take a step back and chill, but we still have to talk about the situation.
So you have a little temper.
Yes, I definitely do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I do. Andy, as they say.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So if you already got a temper and I didn't try to talk to you already, why am I gonna come back in the house and try to talk to you again? I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, okay, it takes a mature person to come back and talk to you. But if like we've been arguing and we just keep arguing over and over again, I can't come back in and talk to you. Like,
no, I agree with you on that, Best. But that's not what I'm saying. is we still have to talk about it. I'm not saying we're gonna argue about it. As we diffuse and de-escalate or whatever the fuck, we should be able to have a calm conversation. But this is the thing, you have a with me. I don't know about nobody else. You come to me after arguing with a calm conversation. That's instant pussy. Like nigga, no.
But listen, I rock with my birthday twin because she's very transparent and she's very honest about her shortcomings. Because a lot of people will sit up here and cap about their shortcomings or whatever.
Especially you.
No, I know mine. I'm petty as hell. I know mine.
I got a hoodie that say Petty Betty, the pettiest. Like
I'm the queen of petty. So yeah, and that's something that I have to work with, myself. I'm still working on. But most people will sit on social media and cap and act like they don't have anything wrong with them, or they're just perfect. And so I rock with you because you keeping it 100, and that's
always and forever. I ain't got shit to hide. I'm gonna be me like this. I don't like people that do that either. Like, be 100 with your shit. Right. If this is who you are. This is who you are. So
we all have flaws. We all human. Ain't nobody perfect.
I'm gonna tell you this. You want to be one person on the camera, and then when I talk to you off the camera, I'm like, yo, who the fuck? Nah, we're not doing that. I'm me like this. You ever meet me in person? Guess what? I'm be me like this. Y'all see me like this and think I'm over the top. I'm not. I'm super chill, laid back, reserved. Right. Y'all motherfuckers would be like, yo, what the fuck? But I'm super chill. Like I mean, I'm like this. I talk like this.
Are you shy in person?
Nah, hell no. I'm like this for real. But I'm chill. Like, it's not like super extra. You gotta remember, I'm a fucking entertainer, so I gotta do entertaining things. This is what I do. Don't get it misconstrued though. This is my personality, but it's just a little bit heightened when I'm on here because it's fucking for entertainment. I do this for fun. This is for fun. I'm not being up here being serious for nobody. Nigga, serious is when I click the camera off. I gotta deal with these children. Me, I'm enjoying myself. So you're gonna get to enjoy the fun part of me for sure.
Okay, but here's my thing, right? Like, okay, I get what y'all saying, right? And I think that on the internet, right, you got to understand that, like you said, the internet is about entertaining, right? So some people, they take the entertainment and maybe they take it real left, right? Maybe they just troll a little too much. Maybe they just do too much, right? But maybe that's a part of them, getting their product going, you feel me? Or getting their thing going. So it's not the fact that they're not being genuine. Maybe their level of entertaining is a little bit more extreme than yours. You know what I'm saying? Which I do believe that people should avoid extremes, but that's just me. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, but back to the conversation at hand, right? You know what I mean? In a man's mind, like I was saying before, in a man's mind, right? Most men's mind, right? And it's also the maturity level. But for most men, if I talk to you about something and we argue, I'm not coming back to this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask me about it again, right, after a few hours or after things are cool down, I'm in a better mood, I'm probably going to be like, you know what? I'm not even thinking about that shit no more. Like, let it go. Now, hold on. Is that right? No, it's something that men should not do. You know what I mean? It's something that we need to work on. But I'm just being honest to how we are. We don't want to keep dealing with stuff over and over again. You know what I mean? Because we men, we feel like we gotta have the whole world on our shoulder. It's always expected to have the whole world on our shoulder. So we don't want to keep going back to things over and over again. We trying to make sure everything stays together as a man, because we don't want to be embarrassed and be called, bitch made and all types of other stuff, right? So based on that, like we don't want to just keep going back over and over. Y'all emotional, so y'all want that emotional.
And men are just as emotional.
No. I'm not saying. See, here we go. I'm not even saying that we're not emotional. See, you jumped out the window. You know what I mean? Before you had to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Before I stopped the car, you jumped out the window. Now listen, I'm not saying that men are emotional. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, You know what I mean? You gotta let us process the emotions the way we process them. I'm not gonna process it like you. I'm gonna process it like a man because I'm a man. So let me be on my man shit, and then I'm gonna come back to you in the proper manly time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some men ain't gonna come back to you at all. I do apologize for them, brothers. They just gotta mature. But me, since I'm more mature, I'm gonna come back to you at a proper time. You know what I mean? But most men just ain't gonna come back to you. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, we're not gonna keep talking about something over and over again. We're gonna talk about it one time. It's an argument. Fuck it, it's over. That's how our mind is. I'm just being real.
I guess that's when I'm a nigga come in, because sometimes I'm the same way. Like, bro, I don't want to talk. Why are we still talking about this shit? So that was one of the issues that I had in my relationship is he would bring up shit. It's 2022, bitch. Why you talking about something from 2013? I don't even remember. I said, what?
Guys will bring up stuff from the 3rd grade.
I'm like, I said,
remember
what?
You knocked on my heart in the 3rd grade. You took my cookie. I was in love with you.
I don't know nothing about that, sir. I'm sorry. No. Why do you even remember that? Is the question.
But like for me, I don't like to argue. I consider myself a very good communicator. So I know how to articulate my feelings and what I want and what I dislike. So if I come to you, you know, on some cool tip, and I let you know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is how I felt. I try to use the words I and not you, so the person won't get defensive. And if you weren't receptive of what I was trying to convey to you, I'll give you once or maybe twice, maybe 3 times, but after that, then I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Let me tell you something. Not a Harry Houdini. She said, nope, not happening. Next. The fuck out of here. I hear you. For sure. I'm actually like that, but I got stuck with one, man, and shit went left.
You're okay communicating, Miss Nebraska. And I hear you, sadly, but when it went left, I hear you.
I would say I'm an excellent communicator. You're an excellent communicator.
You're okay. Now I'm joking. No, she is a great communicator. You know what I mean? But it's like, and like I said, it's not the fact that we don't, like I said, it ain't the fact that men don't want to communicate. Like I said, we communicate differently. We respond differently. Emotions come out differently. You know what I'm saying? So, but y'all don't want to be patient. Y'all want us to be patient with all y'all emotional stuff. But when I'm on my man stuff and I don't really feel like talking, y'all don't want to be patient. You know what I mean? It'd be a double-edged sword sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
You love that.
I think sometimes I'm too patient. What about you, Twin?
For sure, 100%. Sometimes.
Wait. How so? How y'all too patient?
Sometimes shit don't have to linger for the fucking a week, 2, 3. Like, bro, we gotta come on. Or you let some shit slide or something. Like, all right, we're gonna come back to it. Definitely don't like I said, don't get me misconstrued. I definitely have patience. I'm not a impatient person. I know how to wait, but at some point that waiting motherfucking timer went off. Ding, 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 ding. What we doing? Where we at? What's next? Because the bell went off. I sound like I need to change classes. So where are we at? Well, it's time to go, Joe. Listen. Best.
Man, but wait, nah, don't tell me to shut up, because at the end of the day, right? at the end of the day, right? Don't try to sit here and say you're too patient when you just admitted that you have a temper. If you admitted that you have a temper, then how could you really be patient if you got a temper? That don't make no sense. That's a double negative.
And have a temper at the same time.
No.
How not?
If you patient, then you patient. Know what I mean?
No, you can be patient.
If you patient, no, that contradicts yourself. How you gonna be patient and you have a temper? No, that's a
Everything
contradiction.
doesn't warrant your temper to go off.
Right.
Basically, you one of them motherfuckers that think
that is a contradiction.
You one of them motherfuckers that think when you say it, that's it. Cause how you sing it saying no, nigga, what? Super patient, but certain things this thing
I can give a hell no to if you want.
Hell no, nigga.
Oh God, see, that's what I'm saying. That's not.
I know what I said to you earlier. Motherfucker.
That's not being patient. You know
that's
what I mean?
No.
No. You cannot say, "Oh, I have a temper." You know what I mean? And yet you talking about you being patient. No, that don't go together.
How you gonna tell me what I am?
I'm telling you, per definition, that doesn't go together.
I don't give a fuck.
You cannot say. No, it's just a fact. It's like me saying, yeah, I'm disciplined, but yeah, I be spending my money all the time. How? I'm financially disciplined, but yeah, I spend my money frivolously.
See, this is the thing. You didn't say financially disciplined. You just said disciplined. So you could be disciplined in health and not wealth. Make sure you specify what things are.
I preface my statement. Okay. I know what I did.
Well, that's that. Again, I am very, very patient. But if you push me, my temper will motherfucking kaboom ya. Yes, big red. God damn it. Smoking raws or you smoke blunts? What you smoke?
Oh my gosh. You are not, yo. And that's another thing, right? That's another problem. Another problem we want to face is admitting that we are wrong, okay? Admitting that our perception of who we think we are. Yes. You can look at the camera all crazy with your background.
Who's wrong? I'm wrong according to you.
No,
I'm wrong according to you.
Definition.
What definition? Where Webster at?
You are
Tell Webster to come to holler at me.
You're not patient.
All right, I'm not. You're absolutely correct. All right, see, yeah, click his ass off.
That was a mistake. He just shook his head and let you know you're not patient. You're not patient.
All right, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Go ahead.
Big Ray, go ahead and rap, Big Ray. Go ahead. We're glad you're up here, brother. You know.
Hey, you're right. You know me.
You know me. Hey, we can only go by what we get. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, but
if you think that we think you aggressive because you so aggressive, girl, that's why, girl.
I'm very aggressive, baby.
God dog it.
That still doesn't say that I'm not patient. So I could be multiple things.
Do you think you're patient?
I am very much patient. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I absolutely do. I grew into this though. To tell you the truth.
Oh, okay. So when did you start being patient? When did you start being since you grew into it?
Maybe
about 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago.
No, bye.
How long ago, Sam?
Oh shit.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be patient. So you look at you. I crack a joke and you will go on mute. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, you must be on the phone or something.
Oh, she politicking.
Oh yeah, some about my kids. But yeah.
Sure.
Say that again. I'm sorry. One more time.
So when did you start being patient?
Oh, I said about 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 20 minutes ago, but
you know, not that short of a time, but yeah. I mean, as I gotten older, I started to think a little more clearer and adjust my way of thinking on handling situations. For sure, 100%. I want to say, 8 years ago.
I ain't too patient myself, so I can't even go on no type of hype on that one because I can be very, very impatient.
No, I'm not. I promise you, I'm not impatient at all. It's just some shit you just don't tolerate. and that's when temper comes about. That don't have nothing to do with me being patient. My temper has nothing to do with me being patient at all. But according to Bess, yes, it does. So good.
Well, the patience will set your temper off, right? Won't the patience set your temper off?
No. So what sets my temper off is confrontation. That I'm not. Me and patience with a confrontation, you got me fucked up. You come at me all hype, nigga. I'm hype with you.
I just think that patience is always tested, and that's kind of what starts a lot of shit. That's where I think kind of where Bess was coming from. Because even if you get tested with confrontation, it's like whatever started that confrontation can kind of damn near come to like, man, this motherfucker testing my patience with this shit, and now we getting into a whole tit for tat over this bullshit.
Yeah, I understand that. It ain't even testing my patience. Now you testing my gangster. Fuck that patience.
Oh shit!
Because again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna give you my top threes. Who the fuck are you talking
relax.
to? Who the fuck are you talking to? And who the fuck are you talking to? Like, this is where we at.
Savage,
you gotta remember who you talking to.
You gotta remember who you talking to. Cause pipe down, shorty.
Hey, have you ever heard that saying? You gonna mind somebody?
No, what that mean? That sounds like some West Coast shit.
You never heard that saying, huh?
Nah. What that mean? Tell me what it means.
Well, that just means like, you know, where people kind of have the attitude like where I could do what I want or say what I want or do what I please and I don't give a shit. Well, they say that saying because there's going to always be somebody that can tell you something and you will abide by what they say.
Oh, for sure. Because I'm going to shut you down real quick because I don't know who the fuck you talking to. Wrong person. Go to them.
She's funny, though.
God damn.
She's funny. I got you, though.
Yeah, no. No, I definitely understand. Y'all know I talk my shit. But that's just me. You're not gonna tell me I'm not patient though, nigga.
You not, because I can tell in the look, if I got into disagreement with you, right? The first
you
time
took that drag
I'm just gonna walk away because there's no talking to you. There's no talking to you once you get upset. I already know that. You cannot handle once you get upset. I know that off the top.
Absolutely.
Well, Sav, like your example, right? You said y'all had a little argument, whatever. He did it moving, you know what I'm saying? Like he should have, instead of just continuing the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And then when he came back, you know, he was in a better spirit, you know what I'm saying? Came through, probably gave you a little hug, whatever, did a little tap dance, whatever he did. And then it set you off because you was still angry.
In certain situations, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But see, that's what. But then you said, but look,
what you were saying, though.
I know, but look, let me continue though. But then you say, well, you know, we weren't able to finish what we were discussing. Okay, well, when he came back in that spirit like that, that's when you could have been like, hey, babe, I just wanted to tell you, about the whoop-de-whoop. He was in a better spirit. He probably would have kind of spoke with you about it a little bit, and then it would have been over with. But it was really over with, you know what I'm saying? Because he was just like, you know what? I'm going to give her a space, let her think about whatever. I'm going to come back to the crib. But now your mind went, right? And see, I done been through some shit like this to where, like, for some reason, they mind just go real crazy. I come back up in the, oh, you must have got you smashed. Oh, you was over there talking to that one bitch. Or, you know what I'm saying? And you just be like, I'll be wondering, like, damn, how many bitches I got? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to meet them. You know what I'm saying?
No, yo, you're a fool.
But that's just real life.
I definitely get that point. You know what I'm saying? And no, I definitely brought it up in a calm tone, and he just dismissed it. So that's what kind of like made me angry again, because I'm like, dude, I'm super chill. I was chill too. I smoked a blunt, probably took a shot or so. I'm relaxed, watching TV, feet crossed in the bed. Sit down. Come on.
The feet crossed in the bed. That's a whole different body language.
That's how I watch TV all the time.
I know, but that just like the arms crossed. That's like, oh shit.
She's trying to make it seem like she was calm and she wasn't calm. You know,
right.
You wasn't calm. Like,
hell no.
Bullshit.
You was ready for the set it off too.
You waiting to argue part two. And that's the shit with y'all women. Y'all always do that shit. Wait for argument till y'all calm. You ain't calm, motherfucker. You want to argue again.
Look at you. You shooting and flipping. You shooting and flipping at the same time. God dog,
man.
man.
You all day. I don't care. But your
savagely fingered.
ass know you want to come
out. Not savagely fingered.
And he wasn't trying to hear that bullshit. And we know what I'm trying to hear that bullshit because you just want to argue all day, all night.
Boy, nobody even listening to you no more. This nigga said savagely fingered. No, thank you.
Exactly. You just want to argue. You know you want to argue. That's the problem. You know you want to.
Yeah, she was ready to argue, man. She wanted to continue that argument, boy.
I don't like arguing because of the simple fact that
that's that Taurus energy.
I don't like arguing because I get mad, I get upset, I feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to argue. For sure. If we could avoid arguing, I'm with you. Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, darling.
Oh no, you're fine. But yeah, I don't like to argue because that's definitely when the temper come about. So I try to avoid that shit in a heartbeat. But if you say some unruly shit now,
that part,
that's where we gotta go left field.
That part.
That's just all according to, again, who the fuck are you talking to? You cannot talk to me.
Hey.
So I mean,
go ahead, Sister Rock out.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I apologize. What did you say, darling?
No, go ahead. We listening. Go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say is, I kind of agree with what the young lady is saying. I mean, honestly, depending. Well, okay, I agree to a certain extent. Me personally, even if I have somebody that I really don't rock with, really don't want to even be in their space, right? If they sit here saying something sideways, now here's the thing about me. My face is gonna give me away. I ain't gotta say a word. And I know the ladies agree with me when I say this. I don't have to say a word. But whenever you see me sitting there going,
yeah, it's a wrap. It's about to happen.
Okay, I'm gonna translate that. That means, yeah? Oh, really? Okay, I'm putting all of this into memory because as far as I'm concerned, you, not we, you had a whole conversation that said exactly how you felt. Now, it could be that, a lot of people are emotional, their minds change from time to time. I get that. Mm-hmm. But if I already don't rock with you and you're deciding to go ahead and speak on anything here, I mean, anything under God's yellow, white sun, okay? In my mind, everything you're saying is going in. I'm not going to say a word to you. I'm not even going to breathe too close in your direction. But understand, I am listing all of this under on site. On site. On site. On site. I don't care how small, don't care how large. On site. Now, if anybody, because I'm a late 70s, early 80s baby. I'm not going to say what years, y'all. But any of those people in that age range, we kind of have an understanding of what on-site means.
Of course.
For those who don't, let me go ahead and break it down. For those who don't, okay, so the breakdown of on-site means that whenever you see another person after having an exchange that was truly unpleasant or unpleasurable, what on-site means is that when I see you, my reaction will come about on the site of you in any other time and or destination. Okay?
Preach.
So whenever you hear people say on site, now that we are all we all have an understanding. So with that, now mind you, if it's somebody else, and a lot of times I don't cross my arms, because whenever you cross your arms, that's literally you protecting your energy. A lot of people don't realize that it is something that they do subconsciously because they are protecting their energy. Whenever they are protecting their energy, that is either their body language saying that they do not feel comfortable here. They feel like this is not a safe space, regardless of anything else that's going on. They are protecting themselves. Sometimes whenever we're crossing our feet, it's not really that we are protecting energy, but we are trying to, we're crossing energy. So in other words, we don't want the energy to flow. We want it to stay right where it is, and we want to sit there and be on us. right? So that's what it means whenever we're crossing feet. That's why a lot of times, if you guys have ever experienced, doing meditation, a lot of times people will sit there and tell you, kind of sit with your, either with your legs crossed, which keeps your energy and your focus right here, or, they will sit there and tell you to sit in a chair with your legs spread apart. This is so your energy can literally move while you're while you're in a meditative state.
Learn me something. Okay.
So a lot of times when you do something, it's one of those, once you're aware, now when you do it and you begin to notice that you're subconsciously do it, you begin to kind of peep game on, okay, so what's going on that makes me feel this way or is making my body do this. So, I just, that's another little tidbit, y'all. Sorry. But,
I like it.
Hold on. Little Prince, Mama's on the panel. Can you please give me a moment? Can you please? It is Core. If you would like to watch the movie, feel free. Love you.
I like how she said, "Little Prince, Mommy's on the panel. Please give me a moment." Yes.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that I will give my attention to my children instead of continually to do something and then my kids feel like something is more important than them because today it's not, right?
I love it.
But whenever it comes to me sitting here talking to somebody where I subconsciously realize I'm crossing my arms, what that tells me is that even if I'm rocking with you, even if I agree with you, even if I fucks with you, right now that is something telling me that this is not the time or the space. My mom used to always tell me there's a time and a place for everything. And even though you like something, that might not be the time and the place or the space for them at that moment. So that kind of tells me, I love you, I will call you later, or I love you, I will talk to you later, or you know what, I'm gonna go ahead for a walk, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, because right now my body is saying this is gonna be a no-go. No, sir, you may not. This, it's gonna be a no-go, right? So, that is another thing that I kind of want people to, kind of take into account. Now, it's not saying that, if you rock with them that they bad or that they wrong or any of that, but it's just, your body is sitting there telling you something's up. Listen to your body. A lot of people that find themselves in iffy situations because they're not listening.
Right.
Now, this can be situations with men, women, relationships, work relationships. When I say relationships, I do not just mean romantic. It can be relationships with your coworkers, your parents, your, just people you run into at the store. It can be romantic. It can even be relationships with your family, your kids, or even relationships with your animals. So just be aware. That's all. But I'm going to go ahead on mute. I'm going to go ahead and continue to listen. And whenever I'm going to go ahead and, put in my little 25 cents.
We here. I appreciate that.
Yeah, my only thing was that when we bring our energy, right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring a different type of energy. It ain't the fact that we don't want to deal with you, right? Not that. We do. But you got to let us deal with it in the man time, right? See, Savagely Humble wanted him to deal with it in the female time, right? And he was not with it. He came back. He was happy. The goal was to get him to come back home happy, right? That wasn't that the overall goal, to have happiness? If he came back happy, why is that a bad thing?
Can I answer that with the question, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so here's my question. When you say man time and female time, I'm just going to go ahead and give a scenario and I would like your input. If you get home, let's say you're exhausted, you've been busting your tail all day, right? And you get home, let's hypothetically say, because we're going to make a hypothetical scenario, that you have kids and, you have an old lady, right? Or you have a significant other, that'd be more appropriate. When you get home, and you want to sit down and you want to sit there and just take a breath, you know what? You're no longer at work, you're no longer in transit, just to be able to get to a safe space. Do you want to be able to relax that minute, or would you like to sit there and take an hour and then be able to sit down and relax?
I mean, I want to sit back as long as I want to sit back for, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you.
Okay, I respect that. Thank you so much for that input. So I'm going to ask you another, if that's all right. So let's say hypothetically, your lady did the same. Now, would it be okay for her to want to sit down and relax, or in your mind, is she required to do XYZ because now she is here before she can sit down and relax?
You know what? I ain't doing this with y'all today.
Rick, get your boy Rick. Get your boy Rick. You see that shit?
I ain't doing that with y'all today.
I mean,
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, man. What happened, bro?
No.
What? Oh hell!
No. That's okay. That's okay. Hold on. His answer is no. That's absolutely all right. Honestly, I actually enjoy engaging in these kind of conversations because I like to see the sensible side of things, right? So there's a part of me that wants to make sense of this. So since that is not okay and that is not acceptable by your standards, when you say man time, because it looks like man time was right now and female's time is later, but the scenario you gave earlier, sir, was the exact opposite, which means that because what I interpreted, now please let me know if I'm correct or incorrect, and that's everyone on the panel. Didn't he make a comment that was insinuating that, he should do something when he wants to do it, not right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So in that exact same scenario where it was switched, but it did not take away the value of said scenario, what is different? Why is it that you get to be able to dictate when you do, how you do, and mind you, the responsibilities are the same. Yet with her, it is now different because of your desire.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give two answers at one because I am joking around, so I'm not being serious. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of course. You know what I mean? Joking around, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give my joking around answer. The reason why I can do this because I'm the man. That's why. I am the man.
I love that answer. I love that. I like playing this game.
The real answer is if she's having a rough day and she wants to come in and she needs to decompress, yeah, take your time. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times with women, they want a man to be there, you know what I mean, and to because sometimes they just want to just vent and just talk, and you're not even saying anything at all. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock kind of did a stand-up comedy special on this. And he was like, you just ask her, honey, how was your day? And that's a 45-minute conversation. He'd be like, oh, word? Yeah. I told her she was crazy, and that's all you got to say. Like, you don't got to say nothing else. Like, you literally don't have to say nothing else. Know what I mean? Because sometimes that's what y'all really need in that moment. You feel me?
I completely understand, but as much as I love and respect that scenario, as well as that comedy skit, it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I think Chris Rock has lost a little bit of his sizz, but that's okay. I love that because it is literally introducing to a lot of men who have tend to look past the emotional needs that also need to be met, not just the mindfulness of financial needs, which has been what has kind of thrown a lot of emotion. It has actually become a really emotional topic for a lot of groups and a lot of people to be able to discuss, right? So I love the fact that he introduced that there's actually more responsibility whenever you're having a female significant other than to just be the guy that brings home the bacon, so to speak. Because, now she can do it herself. So, we're going to have to...
Let me ask you this, right? So were the men back in the day, were they wrong, right, for trading in the emotional stability in order to give you a life that would change your life forever? Because remember, with our people, we came back in the day, we came from not really having much. But now, you got brothers now working in industries where they could never, ever work in before. And now I could change your whole life and the kids, but I'm just not emotionally available. All right? So I might transcend and not be here no more. But you living in a nice house. You got whatever car you want to drive, the kids, college, and all that's paid for. I done transcended and moved on to the next level of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer here. but I didn't change your whole life forever. So which one would you rather have? Because with most men, they can't give you both. I've seen it myself. One of my grandfathers, he changed the whole life for everybody, but emotionally, not available. Come in, don't say a word.
You know, I love that question. So being a wife and a mother of 8, yes, as in ocho.
Girl, I sat all the way up in my goddamn chair. Woo!
Yes, I between my husband and I, we have 8 children. We're
Okay.
blended.
Okay, you ain't push 8 out. All right.
No,
all right.
I pushed out 6.
Oh, fuck.
So,
You ain't that damn far off. Okay, carry on. I'm sorry.
okay, so I would say this. I love that question, and I can only answer from a personal perspective, not really as a genuine or a general answer, because my situation is very different. Okay, me personally, I don't need all those things, all the materialistic things. That's not really changing my life. That's literally, it may be improving it at the moment, but let's keep it a buck. If anything were to happen to my husband, I would still be able to either maintain those things or be able to regain those things, because it was something that we did as a partnership, we did together. So now I also have the knowledge and the wherewithal to be able to regain, to make sure that the rest of our family is safe. On top of the fact that I also have the wherewithal to be able to go ahead and put contingency plans into place. So as far as financial needs, I really don't need those. Now, emotional needs, those are more befitting to me, because if I'm having doubts and I have somebody that's boosting me up, you know, even if it's just a little bit, that will go ahead and give me the confidence outside of myself. Now, a lot of times I do have a lot of internal confidence, so it's rare that I ask for it externally. But my husband also knows me well enough to where he just kind of puts it out there, so I never have to ask, which I think is amazing and is truly a godsend. But with that, if I had just a little bit, then I could be able to regain everything else. Cars, I had cars at 18 and 19. I paid cash out for them. A house, I bought my first house at 22. When I say 22, I mean, I'm not talking about no HUD house, no disrespect to anybody like that. I'm not talking about Section 8. I'm not talking about HUD house. I mean, I paid $250,000 cash out. I had to sit there and keep it in the bank for over 60 days because of my side hustle, which we're not going to talk about on here. But no, and yes, it was legal. Don't ask that. It was legal. It's just, I'm not trying to put too much of my information out there, being that we just met, right?
Right.
So I was able to go ahead and pay that in cash. And that was prior to meeting my husband. Now, whenever I met my husband and we began to build that bond, and we were able to be what we needed, not just on a physical level, but on a deeper level, a spiritual level, then we were able to go ahead and build from there. Because, then, we're talking about, okay, dreams, fantasies. What does the ideal life look like? What is it that we need to go ahead and start implementing now so we can get this within 2 or 3 years, 5 years, whatever, right? So,
right.
After having those kind of conversations, I now knew what to do. If my husband ever had a question, I was already there to sit there and help guide him. A lot of times I had questions, he was there to guide me. So with ours, it was different. I don't need physical. I need emotional. I need mental. I need to make sure that I'm always good and I'm always protected on that whole other level, because guess what? I could go to work and, being of the world we have today and all the trauma that's here, something could happen to a building. I'm not going to sit there and say no, because I don't know what the key trigger words are, right? We could have, instances like 9/11. We could have instances like, our kids going to school and having a, we could have, mass, mass passings and things of this nature. So there's always traumas that are always around. So I need to make sure that I have a safe space so that I can decompress from that, because that, on top of the fact of us as a people, we have a lot of internalized trauma that we have never been given the instruction manual to be able to release, that we're still carrying, that is literally clogging a lot of stuff as far as the connections that we need to make to be able to have a healthy life, not just be able to exist. I need emotional. I'm sorry, that was a long-winded answer, but that was my personal answer. Yes.
Nah, I like that. That was real though.
No, but I'm not saying. Okay, so I know the modern woman now. Y'all can get it rocking, right? We know that. But I'm saying back in the day, was they wrong for doing that? Because that's the only thing we kind of knew. We were struggling. We had to be on the back of the buses and all that. They were, we had to go through a lot of things. So now I ain't got to really deal with that. I get a fly house now, somewhere nice. We no longer got to eat the TV dinners or eat whatever they throw in the back of the restaurants. We can actually eat what's like really being served. You know what I mean? We can actually get some real food. So now am I wrong? Or even now, right? Because some of us still live in the hood, right? We get out the hood. I no longer got to use the Obama phone. I can buy me a Galaxy now. I can buy you a Galaxy. We can get iPhones. We can really flex now. You know what I mean? No more Metro. No more none of that. We can actually chill. So now I'm providing that. Now is it? You know what I mean? Do you still need all that emotional, needs and all that? Because it's gonna be hard for me to do both. Because if I'm a slave of dragon outside, when I come home, I may not be able to give you everything because a lot of things are being taken out of me. Especially, keep this, right? Most brothers and sisters, but I'm talking from the brothers, right? Most brothers, when we work in different industries, it's not a lot of us. Know what I mean? We may be one of it may be a building of let's say 200 employees, and it may be like 8 of us up in there. The rest is
like 800 employees, we wouldn't be 8%. We would probably be like 1 or 2. I'm kidding. I'm going to answer. Now, as far as back in the day, what our ancestors did to get by or to make the best possible decisions that they can make in that moment to be able to give us everything we have now. I'm going to say this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We can't go back in time. We can't change what they did. Now, what I will say is my hat and my heart goes off to every woman and every man that sat there and did everything that they needed to do to be able to go ahead and grant me the gifts of security and comfortability and conveniences that I have now. Okay. Yes, I'm talking specifically to my people. I understand some things that came from other demographics, but I'm not talking about them right now. Okay. I'm talking about me and my folks, right? So with that being said, if I can't really speak on a relationship that happened back then because I was not in a relationship that happened back then. All I can do is ask my ancestors to be able to give me the knowledge that they've learned. Now, if it is knowledge of this is what a man looks like when he's cheating, this is what somebody looks like whenever, they're holding secrets, I'm also grateful for that info as well. But, do I think that they were wrong? Sweetheart, I literally am born in late 70s, early 80s. Okay, I'm not gonna give my age, but what that means is what they did back then, I can't speak on that. All I can do is be grateful for everything that happened that was great, everything that happened that wasn't great, because without both, without the duality or the beautiful, perfect balance, I would not be here today to even be able to talk to you about any of this. So I'm grateful. So I can't speak on what they did or if they were wrong. That's not my plate. I always say, why do we always bring up what they did back in the day? That don't got nothing to do with me right now. How I live my life right now don't have shit to do with how they used to do it back in the day. The things that you're saying to me, why would I want that right now? That was then. We live in a totally different world from back then. Back then, things was 100%, 1,000% different. So what they went through back then don't have shit to do with what we got going on now. So I really dislike when people say, oh, but back in the day, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't know nothing beyond the 90s. Okay? Wasn't there. That's all I know. I wasn't there. I say the same thing when people talk about Jesus. Baby, look, I wasn't there. I can't sit there and say I'm going for this or going for that. All I know is that there was a dude named Constantine. If y'all don't know about him, look him up. He had something to do with a little something. And so, you know what? I got questions. I wasn't there. I ain't got the answers. That's it. Well, I might watch that tonight. Damn. Oh no, not the movie. I mean like the actual person.
No, I know what you're talking about, but you just made me want to watch the movie.
I got a show called The Black Files, sister, and I want you to be on it because we're gonna talk about Constantine very soon because he's a very, very prominent figure in the religious realm. But listen, I'm saying right now. We talked about back in the days, right? I'm talking about right now. We get in certain industries, we know it's not a lot of us, right? So if a brother get in that industry and he's providing and doing everything he needs to do, right? You know what I'm saying? He got to slay that dragon outside. When you want to come home, he want peace. And maybe he can't give you emotionally everything that you're looking for, everything you need in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wants to, but in the moment he can't. You know what I mean? I'm going to let Riggs, you can chop in on this, man. I haven't heard Riggs in a minute. Big Rig, you still there, bro?
Yep, I'm still here.
All right, what do you think about what I was saying? Like, as far as like men maybe not being as emotionally vulnerable because we have to do a lot on the outside as far as like working and maybe dealing with like a racist system or whatever. So when we come home, we just want that peace.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But, I know you was kind of playing or whatnot earlier, but I just think it's just good for both parties, man. When shit get a little bit out of hand or a little bit heated, it's always to have some good time, in between. And if somebody just gets home, what I mean? Like nobody wants to just be hit with all kind of questions and what they've been through, just like give it a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? So but I definitely feel that, man. Definitely.
So if you want peace when you come home, you should be by yourself.
What?
But
that don't sound
let me
right.
finish. Let me finish. If you don't want nobody to say nothing to you,
I don't want you to start.
Whatever. What's starting? What is that?
No, go ahead, man. Go.
No, what is starting?
Go ahead.
It's starting you.
First of all, let me just say this. If I got me a hard-working man, I know he working 12-hour shifts. I know the job that he have is very hands-on and physical labor. I'm not starting shit. I'm trying to figure out what we about to do to make you relax, because when you relax 9 times out of 10, because the person I am, you're going to give me exactly what I need once you relax. So why would I fuck up this situation to prevent me from getting what I need later on in that, you know what I'm saying?
Why would you make that comment then? Why would you say if you need to have some time to relax?
The way I would say, no, you said that, no. He said... What he said is what I was saying it to. He basically was like, shit, because I'm one of 20,000, so I gotta work a lot, and I ain't got the emotional energy to give you. Like, bro, you sound like you need to be by yourself. Somebody's going to say something to you.
84, she done came through the door.
Gentlemen, may I, my dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so coming from the perspective of said wife that offers her husband those exact things, and literally I have peace in my house. You hear how my house is quiet right now. Okay, I have 8 children, y'all, and my house is quiet.
I love that.
I want y'all to take a minute, observe this, so that you know whenever I'm saying this, I am not lying, okay? Firstly, my husband and I, we both work. I have a few businesses where I work from home, but I make sure to schedule my time that when my children are at school, I work, so that way whenever they come home from school, it's completely different, okay? They 100% want my attention, need my attention. So yes, as far as that, I understand someone needing a break, especially your partner. When my husband walks in the door, okay, understand, right now for me, it is 6:49. Dinner is already cooked. It was actually done by 5. Okay. Understand, my kids are upstairs in their own space that we give them, that I designate their own room and their own space. I don't care what it looks like. It gets cleaned once a week. I don't care what it looks like. Y'all can sit there and do whatever y'all want to do. And yes, I'm that mom that lets them write on the walls and this, and that's only because I actually have chalkboard paint. So it's like a chalkboard to where I can erase it. So yes, but I allow them to be able to express themselves in a safe setting to where I don't have to micromanage them, which takes stress off of me. So whenever this man gets home, there's already a meal. The first floor of my house is clean. The second floor, hell no, not at all. It gets clean on Saturdays. Saturdays, that's it. Not Sundays, not Mondays, not in between the week. It gets clean once a week. Okay. My attic, shh. Look, my kids think there's ghosts up there, so ain't nobody even gone in the attic. I ain't even got to worry about that. I decorated that attic when I bought this house. That was it. So understand, this man gets peace as soon as he walks into the door. Okay. And you know what I never hear? I never hear, babe, you know what? I don't have time for you right now. Let me tell you what I hear on his way home. Baby, I love you. I can't wait to get home. I've missed you. I can't wait to even be in your presence. I can't wait to, you know what, baby, what do you want to do tonight?
He got a cousin, a brother, an uncle,
girl,
a daddy.
Hold on. Before y'all say that, he got 14 brothers. All they all look like their daddy, but they all crazy, including him. That's one of the things I love about him, though. You know what I mean? They got that
they was out there fucking
that white boy crazy streak. If y'all know, y'all know. Okay.
But I like a little crazy now.
Yeah, but see, here's the great thing about his crazy is that my crazy matches, and so I know he ain't gonna sit
balance it out. Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, that's a great vibe to actually have, like, you know. So
yes, and I mean, when I sit there and tell you, whenever he gets home, this is not only his safe space; it's also my safe space. So he automatically knows if there is something you need. I mean, half the time he ain't even got to say it. Then again, we have been married over 20 years. So we know each other very, very well. He ain't got to say it. Then again, if there's ever anything I need, what I'm not going to get is, you know what, babe? Damn, I done been through so much today. I mean, I ain't got time for you right. I wish I would get that. Do you hear me? I wish I would get that. Understand. Now, mind you, I understand that not every woman is going to agree with this, and that's absolutely fine. I cannot dictate how every woman sits there and has their relationships. However you do your relationships, that's great. That's for you. Boo-boo, that works, right? But for me, I am his peace. That means if he's frustrated at work, he calls me. I'm the one that sits there and anchors and grounds him back. Whenever he's irritated, this man literally has been at work, sat there and cut his finger. And then sat there and called me like, damn, babe, hey, you know what? I cut this and I was fucking around and da-da-da. Baby, it's gonna be all right. How deep is it? You know, do we need to go to the hospital? Do I need to sit there and make extra arrangements? Nah, babe, you know what? I got this. We're gonna be going home. Okay, well, babe, you know where the liquid Band-Aid is, you know where this is, you know what that is. He said, yeah, I just wanted to let you know, okay, baby, we're gonna go ahead and take care of it, you know, and I'll make sure that, you know, whenever I'm either doing whatever, because I do like to massage my husband a lot. So whenever I'm massaging, I'm making sure that I'm gonna go ahead and keep that in mind. That way I'm completely around that, or I'm gonna make sure that there's something there to where I know for my safety, for my sanity, and for my mental, whenever I'm sitting there and I'm rubbing him down, I'm not accidentally hitting, touching, or anything like that, a cut that might even sting a little, okay? I am his anchor. I am his peace. Now, understand, that is not to say that we do not have disagreements. That is not to say that we do not have arguments. We do. But we also don't sit there and argue for the sake of being right, because we're both highly intelligent people. Sometimes we have the similar viewpoint, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get it from another point, or, you know, from another perspective. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to argue with that man in order to be right. He's not going to argue with me in order to be right. It's just certain battles are not that deep. Stop, please. Certain battles are not that deep. They're not that important. We are looking to build. We are looking to both be here at 86. We are looking to sit there and give our kids one of those, oh my God, my parents have been married forever. And, you know, this is what they see as normal. So whenever they're going out there and they're finding a partner, they find a partner that fits them. They're not trauma bonding. They're not sitting there and trying to get with somebody because, oh, well, you know what? This was fucked up in my life and that was fucked up in yours. Yeah, let's get together. No, we ain't gonna have none of that. No. And so whenever it comes to emotional vulnerability, because my brother, earlier, you made the comment that you cannot be there for her emotionally, and then you turned it to be emotionally vulnerable. those are two very different things. Very different things. At least in my perspective, okay? Whenever you are emotionally vulnerable, that means that you are extending a certain level of trust to you in your entirety. That has nothing to do with how you're dealing or how you are engaging with her. That literally is the level of trust that you have with this other person in your privacy to be able to let your hair down. That has to do with you. That does not have to do with her. So, sir, if you cannot become emotionally vulnerable, especially with a significant other, respectfully, you are with the wrong person. You truly are. And I understand that, you know, there's a whole lot of rhetoric that's sitting there saying, you know, these women ain't out there as a living proof. Yes, we are. These are things that you confide in us. We sit there and take care of you. We will never bring it up in an argument, never bring it up in a fight. We don't do that. But you know what? Now I know it because I know you better. So now I know other ways to be able to take care of you, other ways to sit there and make you feel like a king, other ways to be able to cater to you. Because me personally, I like catering to people. Understand, I am not a people pleaser. I like catering to mine. Okay, there's a difference. I like catering to what's mine because I like being able to not only be open, but to also be receptive of that. And you can't do that whenever you're sitting there and giving yourself to everybody. So no, there's some people out there. Oh, honey, I'm a whole bitch. Oh yes, not a percentage. I am 100%. I am the entire thing. But then, whenever it comes to certain people, I am literally an angel. I am a true extension of what God looks like. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with being a villain as well as a superhero in somebody's story. I really don't. But whenever it comes to my man and he's in my area, oh, baby, that's 100%. That's all me. That's all me. Right there. That's all me. I mean, I want this man glowing so heavily that whenever he walks out and there's another woman that's like, damn, he fine, girl. I know. Look at me. Look.
Yo, I fucking love it.
You know, when you have that kind of perspective, you tend to move different. If you have a perspective that this dude is always cheating, this dude ain't right, this dude ain't this, or this chick ain't doing this and she ain't doing this. If you constantly have a perspective of what they're not doing, instead of honestly trying to be more receptive of what it is that you were getting, maybe the problem isn't. Just remember, we notice, okay, your entire life is a mirror of everything that goes on inside of you, right? So everything that you notice because literally you're doing it to you and you feel that exact thing. So if all you're noticing is that this person ain't shit, or this person is doing this, or this person might be cheating, I mean...
Let me say something real quick.
Oh, please do.
Because I'm hearing what you're saying, and everything you're saying is correct. But this is why I don't like doing the relationship talk, because it really ain't that fucking serious, man. Like it's like this. What's that?
I said mine is. I take mine very serious, but that's okay. I understand that not everybody has the same perspective.
No, but what I mean by that is it's almost like it's just like common respect and how you treat each other. It's how you vet. Like I've been around women that everything you say, that's what they do. They bring out nothing but the best in me. You know what I'm saying? Like at all times. And I'm like that with them. But the situation is I don't be really wanting them because there's a different type that I like. You know what I'm saying? That I get intrigued with. You know what I'm saying? And lust. You feel me? So it ends up, you know, making me make different decisions. So, and then I got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? But to think that they ain't out there, like when I hear like the manosphere and all this other thing, they act like all this and women, it's like, that's crazy, bro. It really is. It starts with the person in the mirror, man. They out there, just like with the dudes, man. They out there. You know what I'm saying? Like everything she said, to cater to what's hers, man. I'm all for that. Are you serious? Like that's all I want to do is make my woman happy when I'm with my woman at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like if she wants something to talk about, whatever is good, I'm gonna lend that ear. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just period. But like when you when you hear certain conversations, it's just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you not even want to really say anything because it makes it seem like you the one that's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like you a sucker or some old shit when it's just like, bro, that's just regular common respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? And loving what's yours, you know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is right, emotional, you know, and everything. You feel me? Like, I'm the type, I don't want to go to bed, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we have an argument or something during the day, we got to make sure we in this shit. So when we go to sleep that night, you know what I mean? We good. We sleep together. The fuck I'm gonna go to sleep mad with my woman and shit for all night.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? I like to touch my woman and all kind of shit. I can't do that if we angry and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like when I just hear certain things, like everything you said was spot on, man. But look at what you bring to the table. Okay, you said the massages, the dinner, the wooty woo. You know what I mean? That's cool shit. That man ain't gonna want to do nothing but be fucking the best he can be to you. Because you ain't doing nothing but being the best you can to him. And he sees that shit. And a real nigga gonna see that shit. If you ain't a real motherfucker and you let that type of shit just go by like that, then you an idiot. Like you said, you got to look in the mirror. Maybe the problem ain't that person, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I say, you know, the shit ain't really all that serious, I'm not taking anything from what you said. Everything you said was spot on. It's just crazy that we have these conversations like this, and there's so many people in this world, and it's just like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just be decent with one another, man. Treat people how you want to be treated. You feel me? Like, just straight up.
I agree.
If you out there acting a dog, you gonna be around dogs.
For sure.
So if you get around a good one and shit, and you start treating them all fucked up because you was a dog, and that's where that vetting shit come in. I ain't never knew the word vet to this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know I definitely needed to vet a lot better.
All I'm gonna say is this: I heard a saying the other day, and I was just like, wow. The saying went that, you know, a woman was never a bitch until a man started acting like a dog. And I literally thought about that. I was like, wow. Huh. And honestly, that goes exactly to what he was sitting there and saying. Now, mind you, those that are Christian faith, you know, he's absolutely right. It just kind of goes back to one of the original rules and or laws of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Right. Like, if you want to sit there and put it another way, hey, if you want somebody to be, you know, if you fucked up to somebody's gonna be fucked up to you. Some people say it as karma, right?
Right.
I see karma differently, but tomato. I see her as a teacher. You know, a lot of people sit there and say, oh, well, you know what? If it's not the polarity, so, you know, if I do this to you and if I'm not getting it back, that's not karma. I see karma as, let's see. You know, whenever we were all in school,
that's just a lesson, boy.
Exactly. Like I was gonna say, whenever we were back in school and we had that exam, and some of us knew when it was coming, but some of us didn't, and we ain't been paying attention to shit the teacher been saying because we've been over here trying to get this boy number, trying to get this girl number, writing in our little scribbling little, you know, designs, decorations in the little, you know, our little notebook, sitting there talking about some I love Timmy, I love Tyrone. Y'all, some of y'all know, okay. And look, the whole time y'all doing it, y'all over here in La La Land, y'all ain't listened to a damn word the teacher done said. So whenever that quiz pop up, you like, oh shit. See, karma is the teacher that sits there and says, okay, you know what? You might have gotten an F on it, but here, let's go ahead and redo it. Oh, you might have got a C on it. You're improving, but you ain't there yet. Let's go ahead and redo it. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, think about it. Any type of situation that you have considered fucked up that has happened to you. How many times has it happened? Now understand, I'm gonna sit there and say shitty present. That means same shit, different rapping. Okay? Shitty present, right? How many times has that happened to you? If it's happened more than once, that's karma. It's a lesson. You're not learning the lesson. So until you learn it, you are bound to repeat it and repeat it until you learn your lesson. Or until you reach a demise and, you know, with this avatar, and then, you know, we go into the next avatar, and guess what? You're going to repeat the same lesson again. So I agree with everything that this gentleman below me was saying. He's absolutely right. It literally just, it's very simple. You do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But understand, in the same retrospect, in doing that, you also have to be observant. You cannot let me try to see how I can word this.
I already know how you're gonna do it, but yeah, that's a fact. I'm gonna see how you bring it out, but I mean, because I ain't too good with words, but I already know where you're going though.
So here is the thing. Whenever you're doing it, as women, we tend to look at the potential. We tend to fall in love with potential. I'm gonna need y'all to fall in love with what's actually there, not the potential, not the idea of what this person is going to be like whenever they are healed, whenever they are fixed, whenever they are just right for you, whenever they are perfect, whenever they are this or whenever they are that. I'm gonna need y'all to stop falling in love with that potential. Fuck all that, because as far as you're concerned, he might never get there. Or if he gets there, he's not there for you. He is there for somebody else, okay? So I'm gonna need you all to take off the little blind potential goggles, okay? And I'm gonna need y'all to see this thing that you are claiming that is yours for what the fuck it is. So respectfully, I need y'all to hear me when I say this. I'm gonna say it slow, okay? Ladies and some men, if you feel you have to change your partner, leave that motherfucker alone. I'm gonna say it one more time. Ladies and men, if you have to change your partner in any way, shape, and or form, that ain't for you. Leave that nigga alone. You sitting here messing with somebody else's husband. You a whole hussy right now. I'm gonna need you to sit there and go and get yours. Okay? Respectfully. Because guess what? The man that's supposed to be for you, you ain't gotta change a damn thing. Not only that, but the men that want to be with you.
That's a fact.
Do not want you to they don't want to have to change who they are. Now understand, change is not the equivalent to growth. I am not sitting here saying you are not going to be with this person. You all are not going to build, grow, and become fucking great together. What I am saying is, if y'all are both at the same, let's say, corporate level, and you sitting there talking about, oh, you need to change your shirt. No, he doesn't. He been wearing that same raggedy ass shirt, and he been sitting there getting his hustle on and getting his money and doing his thing the way he been doing it. Let that motherfucker sit there and do it like that. Whenever he's ready, he will not need you to come in like his mother to sit there and tell him how to change shit.
Absolutely.
Okay? He will literally do that for himself when he is ready. So if you have a person that you have to parent, leave that motherfucker alone, respectfully.
Absolutely.
That's a fucking fact. Jesus.
Absolutely.
Woo. Talk your shit, baby.
And that's where the game gets fucked up. That's exactly where the game gets fucked up. But that's
absolutely true, Ray. That's absolutely true. If more people thought that way, things would be a lot more different and a lot more better. 100%. Like I told Bess, bitches and niggas, stop liking people that's outside of your tax bracket. If you make motherfucking 5 figures and low-end 5 figures, bitch, don't be telling me you want a 6-figure nigga. You're crazy as fuck. There's no why. Why would he even want you? What do you have to offer? I'm gonna stay in my tax bracket, and I'm gonna find somebody in my realm, and we gonna build ourselves up to that 6-figure motherfucking tax bracket, and then if we keep going to that 7-figure XYZ, we not about to be out here fucking making $24,000 a year telling me you want a barber shop caller.
Oh my God!
Fly.
I had a conversation.
Hold on. I got to drop my whole
84.
Hold on.
Woohoo!
Here you go.
I had a whole conversation with a young lady about this. Oh my God!
You're saying a lot of good stuff, and I agree with a lot of stuff. But let's just keep it G. All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the G element. All right, look. You know what I'm saying? I think the problem is this, right? It's 2 problems, and I always talk about this because it's correct, right? Our people are trying to put on clothes that don't fit us. We never came up with this concept of relationships. We never came up with this concept of religion. None of this stuff is ours. We're following something that somebody else gave to us, right? That's one problem. 2, in relationships, we put these expectations on someone that we never ever put on nobody else in our life ever. Not even our parents, not even our siblings. We don't tell them the whole truth. We don't give them everything that we give them.
Talk your shit, man.
I'm just being real, bro. Like, so why you expect this person that you with to fall out the sky and y'all have this perfect union and everything will be perfect and fine? No, that's not reality. If I don't do it with my blood, I'm not gonna do it with somebody that can easily be replaced, or they may be replaced at a certain point. Like, people just gotta keep the G. Like, I'm not trying to talk bad about marriage and none of that. We just gotta keep the G. Like, look, in relationships, right? Your parents and your siblings and your family show you how relationships are gonna be. It's gonna be complicated. You're gonna have your bumps and downs, your bumps in the road, your good times, your great times, your phenomenal times, your get-togethers, times you don't want to see each other. You're gonna have all of that in between, right? We all know this. So why we expect to get with somebody else and not have that? And yes, when in those relationships, people gonna lie sometimes. People gonna be doing the wrong things. People gonna be cheating. People gonna be yelling and screaming and cursing and arguing. That's people. We human. It happens. But are you want to love that person and work through it? That's really the issue. That's really the issue.
Can I make 2 comments?
Go ahead, sis. You here?
I understand what you're saying. I agree only 50%. Well, first, I'm the first one to sit there and say, honestly, things are only as complicated as you make them. What that means is that a perfect scenario, our ancestors, in order to do a lot of the things that they have done, we are under the impression that, it has been overly hard and overly complicated and things of this nature. But let's keep it a buck, right? If it was that complicated, would people really be willing to do it? I mean, cause shit, we literally just sat there and lost some people, right? For us, there is so much fear mongering that we don't even want to get together in representation of something that's going to benefit everybody. Well, when I say everybody, I mean us, right? So is it really that it's complicated, or that there is are not really paying attention to, right? So that's one of the reasons why I don't really believe that every relationship is going to be complicated. Now, this is where I do agree with you 50%. Yes, you will have some, you say some issues, I say building blocks. Because let's keep it a buck. If I were to meet one of y'all out there, right? And I'm like, oh my God, you know what? You my soulmate. We absolutely perfect and blah, 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 blah. And we ain't never got no fight. And we just supposed to get married and yada, yada, yada. You gonna look at me like, bitch, you tripping. I don't know what it is you smoking on. I might want some, I might not. You've been around them white people a little too long, sis. I'm gonna need you to calm down, okay? Drink some tea, drink some coffee. I'm gonna need you to chill. Here, smoke a blunt. I'm gonna need you to do something because you're a little too on one, right? So the idea that somebody is going to be in this relationship and there's never going to be an argument or a fight or anything like this, I agree wholeheartedly with what the brother said. Now, do I believe that it's going to be super, super, super hard? No. I believe that we are all under a mindset of scarcity. So this is where, there ain't enough money when there actually is. There ain't enough water when there actually is. Because if there wasn't, then how is it that these men are sitting here and trying to buy this shit up and then sitting there trying to sell it if it's not enough? Let's think it through, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. This is what I'm saying, right? This is all I'm trying to say, right? In actuality, right? Let's say, it can be you or Savagely Humble, right? We in a relationship. Y'all doing everything right? Y'all doing everything right. Y'all go on a girl's trip. Y'all drink a little too much. You wind up messing with somebody, right? Now,
no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Stop the scenario. That's not choice.
Hold on. You come home and you tell me, hey, I made this mistake. This has happened. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I've never messed up. I always cook and clean and do everything you ask me to do as your mate. But I've made this mistake. Know what I'm saying? Do I leave you now? You ain't never done nothing wrong. You never did nothing wrong. You ain't causing no arguments, no static, nothing. Do I now leave because you made that mistake?
Ooh. Okay, sir. First of all, I love conversations based off perspective. Okay, so with different perspectives, there is different verbiage used to insinuate certain things. You know, white people do it all the time. News does it. Yada yada yada. Right, sir? You said mistake. You said, this is the scenario you gave, is that I was out hypothetically on a girls' trip and I drank a little too much. First of all, me drinking is a choice. That is not a mistake. That is a choice because I put it to my mouth. I sat there and I I swallowed whatever, right? Understanding that potentially this can go.
I said that you said that you made a mistake. You telling me that you made a mistake.
Here's the thing. I would never say that I made a mistake. I would sit there and say that I made a choice. Now, I might have made a choice that was disagreeable. I might even go so far as to say I made a wrong choice. But at the end of the day, I'm going to own the fact that I made that choice. Now, it might not have ended the way I desired it to end, but that was still a choice. And then you were saying that hypothetically, I sat there and under the influence of an excuse, I'm not even going to call it alcohol. I'm going to sit there and say under the influence of an excuse, I took that opportunity to sit there and do something, to sit there and sleep with somebody. Understand something. I have been drunk. I'm not a big drinker, but I do have bottles of wine in my house. And so anytime I decide I want to sit there and get a little frisky or I want to relax, oh yes, the wine comes out and my husband already know what time it is.
Wait, it's the thing that she said get a little frisky. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, so we're all friends now, right? So I love
talk your shit.
I love giving my husband fellatio. I absolutely love that shit. I
As
really
you
do.
should.
Thank you. I mean, I would rather do that than sit there and fuck. I'd rather sit there and make sure I sit there and, ladies swallow, of course. But, when it comes to that, I understand the choice that I'm making. So before I'm sitting here and intaking alcohol at all, I already understand what it does to me and how it makes me feel. So there has been times where I have actually been out and I have been inebriated. Now, I am matter of fact, I am so strong in who the fuck I am that I don't give a fuck how inebriated I am. These legs ain't spreading. This mouth ain't opening. I'm not having a conversation. Look, you could be what somebody else considered the finest man. I married the finest man to me. So I don't give a fuck if you fucking Shamar Moore. I don't give a fuck if you, damn it, I can't remember his name. Idris Elba. I don't give a fuck. Look, you can be a whole motherfucking glass of chocolate Hershey syrup, baby. And I bet you, look, the first thing, as soon as you say hello, I'm gonna look at you like a whole bitch. Remember, not a percentage, I'm the whole thing. I'm gonna look at you like I'm a whole bitch. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna walk away. And I'm probably gonna sit there and make up some shit to talk about you because I don't even want the idea to possibly cross my mind to where I would even be comfortable talking to you. Okay?
I just want to say this.
Hold on, sir. Remember, I sat there and I called it. It was an excuse because at the end of the day, a choice is still made. If somebody want to sit there and go out there and fuck, there ain't no motherfucking excuse. They're going to fuck. They can sit there and blame it on the alcohol. They can blame it on the weed. They can blame it on the coke. They can blame it on whatever the fuck they want to blame it on. But at the end of the day, baby, those legs are not going to come open unless you want them motherfuckers to slide through. It's called busted wide open for a reason. Okay? So I'm sorry, but no, sir, I do not agree with the scenario. Now, mind you, if I was to seal, because I'm going to go ahead and continue with this hypothetical. If I come home to you, I am not going to sit there and be like, oh, baby, I made a mistake. That's a whole ass lie. Literally, that is trying to downgrade and downplay what you did to sit there and try to possibly suppress somebody else's feelings or attack their of you, which means that you knew you was wrong. And if it was flip side, you gonna lose your shit. You're trying to downplay it because you honestly believe that they should lose their shit on you, but you don't want them to. Fuck all that. You asked if you should leave? Sir, she should pay for your motherfucking baggage and you should leave. If the house is in your name, kick her the whole fuck out. Don't give her a key, not a letter. Not look, I wouldn't give her $2 for the bus. Bye, bitch. You know what? It's okay. You sat there and you decided to sleep with that guy. You made a new home. I'm gonna need you to go home now. Thank you so much for your contributions. I'm gonna need you to go home now. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, the game show has ended. Bye-bye.
Now what you got to say? Now what you got to say?
Respectfully.
What I gotta say is that that is not even. No, because we ain't never showed that much loyalty to nobody else in our life ever. So now this person that we supposedly just supposed to be with, now we don't show the loyalty to nobody. Not even a person that birthed us, nobody. So now just because I'm with you, no, we don't show that loyalty to nobody. Even people grow up, we don't show that loyalty to. And they've been with us through the thick and thin. So now I'm going to show the loyalty to this one person that can be replaced anytime? No, that's not reality. People don't do that. That's why divorce rate is so high. Because people we don't show that much loyalty in our lives ever. So now I'm supposed to, now in this one relationship, have all this loyalty? No, it don't happen. It don't exist.
Hold on.
I ain't seen it.
Say less. My phone's about to. Hold on a second. Baby, can I borrow you for a second? So this kind gentleman that's on this panel here, he has a
She's telling on you.
I'm sorry, I'm going to my charger because my phone's about to die.
No,
he has a predestined ideology of the fact of the level of loyalty that is shown when somebody is in a relationship. And now he made some points, and the points that he made were this. That, you know, some people don't show that much loyalty to the people that are closest around them. Now, me personally, I believe that people will show loyalty before they will show love, but I digress. From my husband's perspective, here was a scenario that he threw, and it was quite engaged. You know, it was quite entertaining. Okay, so here's the scenario. That I went on a woman's trip with some friends of mine. Already, I wouldn't call them friends. I don't really go out with hoes, but I mean, hey, I digress. But okay, so I go out on a girls' trip with some associates, and somehow I then become intoxicated, and then I ended up sleeping with someone. Now, whenever I come home, I'm trying to explain to you how it was what did you say? A mistake. I almost said accident. A mistake. Okay. The mistake. Now that this was a mistake, and I'm explaining to you because I want to sit there and say, hey, at least I told you, right? So he is deciding that no one would show the level of loyalty that I would show to you. How would you, if that scenario was reversed, how would you respond, my love?
First of all, my wife doesn't drink. I can't even convince her to drink with me. Second of all, she took our youngest child with her. Third of all,
no, not the actual baby. That's when I went to Florida. No, I'm not even saying. Well, I mean,
we talking about
no.
You went out
She said, "Wait, not that, God, wait."
No. Well, you know what? You can even.
But we have a scenario to fit that. She went to her best friend's house in Florida to hang out with her best friend. And not only did that, she was more nervous of what I may think than I was thinking that she called me on a regular damn basis.
Now, what was that about loyalty, sir?
Kicking it in her homegirl house. The same shit she do over here, kicking it in our house.
Now, I'm sorry, what was that? What was that about loyalty, sir? I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Most people don't do that. Most people don't do that.
Okay, hold on. So let me get this clear. It's not normal for someone to actually find somebody that they love instead of tolerate, to sit there and be in their presence every day and then them act accordingly? Is that what you're trying to convince me of, sir?
What I'm saying is if this loyalty and love that y'all speak of exists so much in this world, then why is that divorce rate so high? Why we have so many problems in this world? Why?
That love is rare, but it's not that it's rare in people. It's rare that they find that person that they love like that.
Because what you're expecting is that you are expecting love treatment with trauma partners. And
or somebody you're just dealing with so you're not alone.
May I have a cigarette, please, love?
Yeah, I got you.
So here's the thing. You are expecting love out of partnerships that are not based off love.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem. Now, mind you, With somebody that's trauma bonded with somebody else, sit there and understand this? Probably not. And honestly, that's where a lot of the unions come because, the government has sat there and stuck their hand in marriage. And it's actually supposed to be a union that is kind of outside the legalities.
And when you love each other, it's not all roses and daisies all the damn time. Sometimes you fight so much you can't stand being around each other, but you like, fuck, I can't stand this motherfucker, but I ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact. Don't say nah, Bess. You done been around a motherfucker that you was like.
No, Bess is trolling right now. Bess is trolling.
But, I know you is.
The relationship, bro. We all had that homie that we like. Why the fuck does he deal with that shit?
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yep.
That is that but a fact.
Do you guys allow smoking up here? Is that okay?
We allow everything.
All right.
That's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. I mean that type of love is definitely rare, but I agree with your husband. You just haven't met that person that you could translate that love with. That's what it is. When you find your person, that's when that will come out of you. But as long as you're hopping from frog to frog, or from, I guess, frog to frog for men too, you're never going to get that until you actually find your person. So, it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I understand that there's a lot of people that want to hop from frog to frog in hopes of finding a prince, but you also got to understand, a prince don't really want to deal with somebody that's been sitting there and fucking all the damn frogs in the whole pond. Understand that. So this is my ideology. Once again, y'all can take it or leave it. That's absolutely fine.
Of course. This is your way of thinking, your opinion, and I'm not here to say, hell no, you're wrong. That's how you feel and how you think. That's how you move. That's how you live. That is your shit. If I was to disagree, that's my problem. You know what I mean? That don't have nothing to do with you. I'm not about to say and be like, no, you're wrong. All right, sis, I hear you. You giving me some wisdom. I'm over here like shit.
We don't tell nobody if they're wrong. Yeah. We may joke around or whatever, but you don't tell nobody if they're wrong.
No, I want to hear everybody's opinions because shit, you might say some shit and I'm over here like, damn, I ain't never think about it that way. Now I'm about to reevaluate a couple things. I might have to move some shit this way, pull what you said in, stick it in the middle, put them together as a sandwich. Now we got to fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I love these kinds of conversations. Shit, I like to learn me some, okay? Learn me some. Shit, I'm here for it.
I've known my husband since we were teenagers. And so whenever we were teenagers, I knew him and his family. So the shit he didn't want to tell me, oh, honey, they couldn't wait to spill the beans.
Damn. Let me tell you.
Oh, bro, look. Okay. And when I say I met everybody, I even met the ex-baby mama, the ex-girlfriend, all of them. And all of them all had an opinion to sit there and say. So from the jump, I already knew what I was dealing with whenever I got with my husband. I also knew what kind of wife that I wanted to be. A lot of the younger generation, well, let me not say that. A lot of women out here, they always just dream of the wedding day, right? They don't actually dream of what happens after. That's almost like that whole fairy tale, the happily ever after, and always stops when they get married. No, I was dreaming about what it was like to be a wife. What kind of wife did I want to be? My husband wasn't the first man to propose to me. He wasn't. He was the one I picked because he was the one that sat there and fit what I wanted, right? And I had to sit there and learn him. Okay, I had to learn what he was like in all of his seasons, what he was like when he was pissed off, what he was like when he was cool, what he's like when he's high, what he's like when he's sober, what he's like when, he's just tired, what he's like when he's excited. I had to learn all these things about my man. So that way I could be able to do what I wanted to do and do what needed to be done in all of those type of situations. So it wasn't really just well, you know what, this man is fine. Let me go ahead and, let me go ahead and be his wife. No, because there's a whole lot of fine men that are crazy as shit. Okay. There's a whole lot of fine men that are narcissists. There's a whole lot of fine men that are toxic as all fuck. There's a whole lot of fine men that literally, if y'all watch Forensic Files, some of them men be fine as hell, and they sit here knocking people off.
I ain't even about to hold you. I'm divorcing one. You know what I mean? When I first got with them, they was like, damn. I'm like, I don't even see it, but okay. I'm like, I don't see it. But everybody else like, okay, you know, yeah. The most narcissistic, motherfucking toxic motherfucker I've ever met in my life. And I'm toxic, so I could say that.
Right. Now, whenever I got with him, whenever we got together, we had a whole lot of toxic traits. But here's the thing. We both, after we had kids, we both decided this is not what we want our kids to see. Because if there was a dude, now mind you, we have teenagers as well as young adults. And we made this choice whenever we were, 4 kids in? We made the choice that if our daughter sits there and gets with a man that's like this, then, you know, we ready to burn the whole city down, right? So that means that we're going to have to step our game up. If my son get with a woman like me, you know, at that time, oh no, baby, we going to war. Ain't no, you know, look, everybody can get it all the way down to the fucking, you know, the only one that might not get it is a 7-month-old baby, but everybody else in the, we wiping bloodlines off. Okay. So when you realize that this is how you would act if it was your babies, then that gives you a perspective on how you are. And we kind of came to that 5 years in. Oh yeah, we had our times where we was fighting and we was hollering, screaming, da 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 da. Now mind you, we ain't never fist fought. We ain't never, you know, sat there and you know, assaulted each other or sat there and, you know, try to hurt each other in other kind of ways. Because at the end of the day, you sit there and hurt me, you're potentially putting their mama at risk. If I hurt him, I'm potentially putting their daddy at risk. And no matter how we feel about it, that's the world's best dad. That's the world's best mom. You know? So whenever we decided to do that, and we decided, you know what, hey, we're going to put this on the table. This is what I've done. I'm not talking about what he's done. This is what I've done. And these are the fucked up things that I've done. All right, he sat there and said, well, you know what, these are the fucked up things that I've done. You know, and doing this that I don't think was fucked up, I made you feel this kind of way. Okay, well, you know what, these are the things that I didn't think was fucked up, but I saw it made you feel some type of way. Look, my goal is to make sure that everybody's good, but my goal is specifically to be able to care to you. Because yes, the kids are here, but I chose you, right? At the end of the day, you are their daddy, but you were my husband first. At the end of the day, yes, you're their mom, but you were my wife first, right? So we decided we were going to sit there and step our game up, and we were going to do it together. And like I said, it hasn't exactly been easy because we had that same mindset that everything was supposed to be hard. Everything was supposed to be a struggle. Once you get a lot of the bullshit out of the way, oh, the shit really does become easy. 1, because now you have the skills to be able to tackle anything. And then 2, you're able to look at it from a perspective of that shit really ain't that deep. If in 3 years, we ain't even gonna remember this shit, we just remember we were mad, then that shit ain't that deep. We don't even remember what the fuck we arguing about. And mind you, as a woman, we tend to remember everything, every conversation, every insult, look. Sometimes when we mad, we can sit there and replay the whole fucking conversation verbatim, okay? But at the end of the day, some of the shit is just not that deep. Not every battle needs to be fought. Sometimes it's hard to say, oh, you know what? Okay, babe. All right. You know what, babe? Okay, yeah, you're right. Even though I'm sitting there thinking this nigga crazy. Right. But you know, sometimes it's hard to be like, you know what? All right, baby, you're absolutely right. Leave that shit alone. I mean, it's a matter of what's important to you. And whenever you're still coming from a place of trauma or a place of, you know, not really being healed in certain areas, then all of that shit is going to sit there and feel immensely powerful to you, because literally it is your body sitting there saying, okay, we've done this before. We didn't like the response. We didn't like the reaction. We need to go. This is dangerous. Danger, right. Danger, right? So whenever you're able to sit there and deal with those things that honestly are just you, not he did this and he did that, but whenever you're able to look at you and sit there and say, hey, I want to do better. So here, let me go ahead and begin to change with me. And let me have to, and the hardest part of that is telling the fucking truth. You can't lie to yourself, even though we try. Whenever you're able to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so all help you God, and and you sit there and start to go ahead and acknowledge some of that shit, you start to notice it, recognize it, be aware, and then you start implementing something different, you get a different response.
That's a fact. I ain't even about to sit here and say, no, that's a fact. This has been a great conversation. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie.
My husband just happened to be sitting there scrolling by and found you guys because you guys were live.
This has been definitely a great conversation. I'm glad y'all was scrolling and found it because, like I said, you learned me something, and then I just like to hear these different perspectives of certain situations. You know, of course, everybody's not going to be the same or agree or whatever. You know, the case might be.
That's all right.
We're gonna agree to disagree. I might agree with half of the shit you said. You agree with half of the shit I said, and then but we could still feed off of each other and go off of that and be like, well, you know, I see where you're coming from. I might need to change a little something. I might need to go over here and be like, all right, well, listen, you know. So right. I definitely appreciate conversations like this. And it really tied into our conversation anyway with the problems and shit. So it was perfect.
Well, we decided to come to this whenever we were 5 years in. So this was 15 years ago. And now, I ain't gonna lie, that was the best decision I made. Because when I sit there and tell you this man voluntarily, I didn't have to ask him. I didn't have to deal with the 6 month, the man time the other gentleman was talking about. 6 months later, I didn't have to deal with that. He decided that, you know what, hey, this is the kind of response he's getting. He don't like the response he's getting, so he was gonna sit there and do better. He was gonna move differently. And honestly, that showed me that, you know what, all them times I sat there and thought this nigga didn't love me, he didn't care, he's putting in the work and showing me that he cares. And that right there, that shit is amazing. But you have to see it. You have to see it. So
actually, I told my wife I've never hit your guys' panel. I've been watching you guys for about 3 months or so, but I associate with over 5,000 channels, so it takes me a while to get to the channel.
He's a panel whore.
You might not remember, but you probably seen my piece in Dinosaur with the Hebrew symbol in the chat before. I was like, what's this dude putting in the chat?
Well, you know, like I said, this has been a great conversation. My kids just making too much fucking noise for me. I wish my house was quiet like yours. I only got 2 of these motherfuckers in here. And it's a lot of banging and booming, and I really don't know what the fuck is going on. So I'm gonna have to figure out what the fuck going on. I feel like they got a party going on in my living room, and I don't know because I feel like I'm hearing more than 2 voices. So I'm really gonna have to go whoop some kids' ass probably.
Handle your business, mama.
But yeah, I feel like best we gonna get the fuck up out of here because I'm about to go strangle these motherfucking children.
All righty then. With that being said, thank everybody for tuning in. Salute also to Blue Jay Latte. Good to see you, sis. I see you in the building. Salute. Make sure you follow Blue Jay Latte on all social media platforms. She's a dope sister. We got some stuff coming over real soon. Salute to sister. Is it Aliza?
It's Eliza.
Eliza?
Yeah, some people just call me Al or Ali for short. So
he about to fuck that all the way up.
It's okay. He would not be the first one. I have a friend from Belize, and she's Eliza, and I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, okay,
that's it.
Right?
Yep. But nah, thank you though.
But yeah, salute to you, sis. Salute to Savagely Humble, Riggs, M3, everybody that pulled up, man. Salute to all y'all. With that being said, we are where my branding at? Hold on. Gotta find a little brand button. Oh, there you go. We are out. Later.